All right, we are back. I only listen to 90s music. Nothing happened. Well, some stuff happened in between. Do we want to start off with Diddy? Well, I guess we should, right? Because we kind of didn't finish it, and it's like we had to give Stacy to have an addendum to the actual section of that show, and
it's like a song that never ends.
Yeah. So Diddy Watch. We just gonna come right into that. We got other topics, of course, y'all, but we just kind of it's like the in the Back to the Future 2, where Doc showed up saying like, "Hey, we got to go back, go to the future," and you didn't know if they was gonna do a sequel or not for real, but here we are. All right, Stacy,
I'm going to start off. Diddy Watch 2024. I'm going to start with nice things. So Diddy Watch update. How are the kids doing? How are the girls? We know what's happening with the boys. So the girls, his oldest daughter, Chance, she went to prom, and she went to prom with Chloe and Haley Bailey's brother. So she's 17, I think he's 16 or 18. Like either way, there was a 1 year difference between the two of them. So either he was like, I think he might have been a year old, but I don't remember now. But so they went to prom together, and she recently graduated. I think it was like over the weekend from high school. She shared pictures with her and her brothers. Quincy made a guest appearance. Her mom was there. Like I said, Quincy, Justin, Christian. Those are the pictures I saw. I didn't see pictures of any of the girls. But we do know that Diddy's other twins are also 17, and they also went to prom, which is a whole thing. But we'll talk about the Irish triplets later. So anyway, so his daughter Chance will be attending NYU in the fall. So the girls, Delilah and Jesse, they went to their prom. They had on matching dresses. All they did was part their hair on different sides. Kimora Lee Simmons, who apparently was Kim Porter's best friend prior to her passing. I didn't know that.
That was news to me.
Real quick, just off topic. Just know that I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My best friend Brandon and I, one of our favorite things is when people swear that they're so close to someone, or they're like they're like all these stories, whatever, and you're just like, that never happened. Like that's it. Like how, like I said, example, like LaToya Jackson calls Janet Jackson Jan. And it feels so unnatural that it's like no one calls her Jan but LaToya, or LaToya doesn't really call her Jan, and she just says that to make it seem like they're separation, like they're really close. But I say stuff like that all the time. I'll be like, we're so close, or I'll be like, oh, and my good friend so and so, and it's somebody that I've never met before. But apparently they were best friends prior to Kim Porter passing away. So when the girls posted their pictures, she commented and said, "My babies, so proud of this moment, and I'm so very proud of you always. You're too sweet and gorgeous. I love you." But then on her Instagram pictures, stories, she actually had more pictures of the girls. So I think she was the one who helped send them off to prom. She's like, "Prom 2024. I'm so very proud of you, my babies. I love you always, and congrats." And then that she said, she says, there's one where she says, "I will protect you." Oh, did I not copy and paste it? So either way, it's one where she's like, "I will protect you for forever, like for the rest of my life, everything. Congrats, you made it, etc." So that's that. So that's what's going on with the girls. Now for the mess, according to an article that was published on June 1st by the Daily Beast. 5 ex-employees of Sean Diddy Combs' companies reveal that the rapper's allegedly abusive tendencies extended to the workplace, including face grabbing and violent threats. A former employee of Combs Lifestyle, brand Sean John and Blue Flame has now shuttered advertising agency. I didn't know that Blue Flame. I thought Blue Flame was a strip club in Atlanta.
Yeah, I thought it was a strip club.
So anyway, they were called erratic behavior while in Combs' employ. including instances where he grabbed, berated, and threatened them. These former staffers spoke to the Daily Beast under condition of anonymity out of fear of retribution. And I'm gonna say that under fear, so they wanted to be anonymous under fear of retribution. That is going to be a constant theme when it comes to Diddy. A lot of people have been afraid to say anything. They have been in fear of retribution. So a lot of things are anonymous. So in particular, one former Sean John ex-employee shared a harrowing account about a time that Combs grabbed her face following a disagreement about a creative decision. He didn't like that I wasn't agreeing with him, and he wasn't interested in hearing my point of view, the former employee recalled. Instead, Combs allegedly began to yell and compared himself to a renowned fashion designer. When you speak to me, you should imagine that you're talking to Karl Lagerfeld, she recalled. Anything I say, assume that it's coming from Karl Lagerfeld. Assume it's coming from Carl Kanai, not Karl Lagerfeld. So anyway, at that point, she says, I didn't have a response to that. He reaches out and he grabs my face. He puts one hand on both sides of my cheeks and says, stick your tongue out. And then he squeezes my face harder and yells at me to stick out my tongue, forces his hands on my face. She recounted how Combs then told her he just wanted to see if her tongue was bleeding because she was clearly biting it. And she said, I started looking for a job immediately after that moment. Another former employee said that he was fired after making eye contact with Combs, visibly expressing disappointment when the mogul showed up hours late for a meeting. From the employee's perspective, Combs took the look that I gave him personally. And I took that personally. So there's some more lawsuits that are out there. And of course, Rolling Stone. Put out an article, Bad Boy for Life, Sean Combs' History of Violence. Now, if we know nothing, understand that Rolling Stone is going to do the work to ensure that whatever they're publishing, it is going to be factual. They're going to get their sources. This is not going to be no mess. So I found out when I knew about the article, and I started kind of scrolling through. So Rolling Stone is a paywall, but you can get around that if you work hard. Just go to an incognito. So that's what I did, and I actually went through Firefox so I could pull it up and be able to print it because I like to print things, and it's really, really long, and I'm glad that I did. So this is the article. This is the Rolling Stones article that I printed out on my printer. I got some things highlighted. There's no way for me to completely go through this at all in one show. But essentially, it's just detailing his career from start until now. And also the history of quote unquote erratic behavior that was seen by women that he dated, people that were around him, other employees. And then there's a lot of corroboration. So let's say that there was one person who said, yeah, I saw him throw something on the floor. And then there are 3 other people who said, I remember when she told me that. She told me that night that he threw something on the floor. And there's someone else who's coming in and saying, you know what? I walked in there and I saw something on the floor. And when I asked how I got there, they said that Buffy did. So it's like, everyone may not be telling the exact same story, but they all can corroborate that this is essentially what happened. They give details about his start when he was at Howard. Apparently there were some incidents there in which his temper flared on campus, not only in just kind of normal situations, but apparently with the young lady that he was dating on campus. Like trigger warning with this, but apparently there was a day that they said that he would go to her classes and knock on the window, like on a door, and it finally became really uncomfortable. Like it wasn't a romantic thing. It was like, oh crap, here he is. And then there was a day he was outside of her dorm screaming for her to come out. And they said at some point girls were running up and down the hallways, knocking on doors. They're like, that puffy guy is out there and he's beating her. And he was actually hitting the girl with a belt. And several people, again, they're dear friends, people who have talked about it. And when you say, well, why didn't anybody say anything? Fear of retribution. So, and at that time, they were very young. Puffy didn't have any money or anything like that. He just was popular. He was kind of getting a name. But at the same time, you are a college student. You possibly there on scholarship or however it is that you got there. And sometimes you don't want to cause trouble because...
Time out. Hey, wasn't this an episode of Different World?
It was.
Yes.
It was. It was. Old girl, AJ Johnson. Yeah, Gina. Yeah. Dating the dude that was the rapper. And
he was like the new rapper. He just got a deal or something.
Yep. And Billy D. Williams is the one.
No. He was on there twice, remember?
Oh, that's when he came back.
Billy D. Williams was the second time when he showed up after he got out of jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first one, it was with Colonel Taylor's son was rolling with him, and Ron Johnson was doing the concert and selling tickets. Yeah. And then Ron was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go beat dude up." Hey, Ron wanted to smoke all the time.
Yeah, I remember.
Look, he was a womanizer, but he ain't want you putting your hands on no women.
He ain't play that right. Like he said, okay, look, he wanted to date you. Like Ron is trying to get your number. Yeah, that's it. But all that other stuff, Ron wasn't on that. So I will say there's a level of appreciation for Ron on A Different World, and one day we need to have a conversation about that. How I feel like Ron just doesn't. There's a level of respect that he doesn't get. But like I said, just reading through this, like I said, there are some things we definitely already knew, some incidents, and then other ones that I had no idea about. I didn't know that. Okay, so there's something that he talks about. It says Combs was born with a short fuse, telling Jet magazine that he earned his nickname as a kid because he would always huff and puff when he got mad. I had a temper. That's why my friends started calling me Puffy. And then I had no idea that that's how he got the name. I absolutely thought that it came later on in life. And that's it. There is, Sister Soldier is name dropped in this. Apparently, one of the women who has accused Diddy of sexually assaulting her said that Sister Soldier actually told her to keep her distance because he had a reputation, and she didn't. And Sister Soldier did not reply to a request for comment. They said that they contacted over 100 people. Or something like, or I think how many people did they say they contacted? And there were only so many who actually were willing to talk. And a lot of them, out of the 300 plus people contacted for this investigation, more than 50 were willing to speak about their experiences. Several would only do so off record, citing a fear of retribution. Some requested compensation in exchange for their stories. Rolling Stone does not pay for interviews, and many declined to participate, wanting to distance themselves from Combs, saying that I'm trying to leave that part of my life behind me. But like I said, if you have not read it, it's a lot to read, but it's pretty deep. And again, when it just goes from even they said that anytime a woman would leave him, he would do anything he could to get her back. So they like with him and Jennifer Lopez when they broke up, that he would send people out to find, like they would have people hanging outside of TRL, outside of MTV studios, trying to get to Jennifer to tell her to come back.
I'm just thinking of at the very end of him and the Keisha Cole song. At the very end, he trying to call her, and he was like, "Yo, when you ain't answer that phone that second time, I'm almost came to that motherfucker and shot that motherfucker up."
Yeah.
Then he tried to laugh it off.
Like, that's how that shit really be, though. But yeah,
it's on. He said at the very end of the song, and he laughed it off. Like, he's like, "That's how it really go."
Yeah.
And we let it slide.
Yep, and we laughed it off too. And where's the other thing that
it was one of the other ones was the one that was real messed up is when they were doing. Rolling Stone actually confirmed this within that article where they were going to put Biggie on the cover of Rolling Stone, and they said basically he was like fuck, and I'm sure they went to the person that was shooting the cover and talking to him about this. So that's probably some of the most verifiable stuff because they went to a former employee or a current employee at Rolling Stone, and he said, "Fuck that dude, he dead. It's my time." Basically.
Yep.
Speaking of Biggie, you heard what his mama said.
Yeah, and I know that's what she got mad about is seeing that part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where?
Because there's no way that Biggie passed away and he wasn't on the cover of Rolling Stone, but Puffy was.
Now I'm starting to think that Biggie run go to L.A.
He didn't know, remember?
But like say Puffy made him. Puffy.
Yeah. Yeah, Puffy made him go.
Yeah, well, there it is. All right, there it is. So, Combs capitalized on the shock and sorrow over Wallace's death. Brookshire, who had been traveling in the same SUV as Wallace. So Brookshire, it's a woman who was an exec that was there. And she'd been traveling in the same SUV as Wallace during press events the day before he died. So she said Combs denied her request for time off to process her grief. Instead, just 2 weeks after the slaying, she says Combs ordered her to focus all efforts on Wallace's upcoming album, Life After Death. Combs demanded it be number one, top 10, she recalls. And of course, it sold nearly 700,000 copies in its first week. When Rolling Stone approached Bad Boy about a cover opportunity a few months after Biggie's murder, Burroughs claims he advocated for the late rapper to take the spot. Like I was telling Sean, let's make it Biggie. You still have a chance for the cover in the future. And he's like, no, he's dead. I'm putting out No Way Out in July. I need to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. And he got the cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then and it said 2 years later, he acknowledged how Biggie's death had been big business. He says, I think his passing added to the fame. He told Rolling Stone in 99, at least 2 million of the nearly 5 million copies sold of No Way Out were sold due to his death, straight up. And that doesn't necessarily feel good, but that's the reality.
But he got like 3 Biggie verses on the album.
That part. Like, I don't think that people bought No Way Out. Well, like, what else is on No Way Out? Is All About the Benjamins on
All
it?
About the Benjamins,
Mm-hmm.
the tribute song, the song with Twista.
That Black Rob song on there hard too.
Yeah. But like me and Stacey been saying, it wasn't better than Life in 1472.
Hold on, let me go back to Victory was on there.
Yeah, Victory. That's what I was
saying.
Say
it again.
Victory.
Say it
wasn't
again.
better than Life in 1472.
Don't nobody talk about that album.
Hey, that Been Around the World was the joint, especially that remix with Carl Thomas.
I'm not saying the No Way Out.
No, it was a great album, but
I'm not
people
saying
they put it on this pedestal, but that Life in 1472 is just you can just slide all the way. That's a whole road trip album.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm looking through these.
That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's a lot. And like I said, it's a lot to read. Again, it's a history. So it's not like this is only about what's happening right now. It's honestly building the case. And please know that I'm sure that all of this information is going to be presented in evidence when and if Puffy ever makes it to court. Plus, if anything, they're going to use stuff from this. From this. Now, of course, like as far as trying to get the source of who said what, that's a whole other thing when it comes to the press and them being able to having to release their sources. But yeah, this is it's a lot. It's really, really, really a lot. And I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I got nothing. Like we know what you did, and even just
we saw what you did.
Yeah, we saw what you did, and it's like, and there's the where is it at? Because it's the amazing thing of how so the day that Ventura filed her complaint, he blasted it as a shakedown based on outrageous lies. For the last 6 months, Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand for $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about the relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail, says his lawyer, right? But then they said that her lawyer said that Puffy offered her 8 figures to silence her and prevent her from filing the lawsuit. She still filed the lawsuit. So again, the whole it's about the money thing. I mean, we don't know what she got, but y'all understand what 8 figures is. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all understand how much 8 figures is. I don't know if she settled for 8 figures. You know what I'm saying? But if the offer was 8 to not sue, if it was about the money, wouldn't she have taken that? Because if it was about the money, it's not about the money. It's about what happened. And the other point, so it's because at some point she checked herself into a rehabilitation center to deal with the physical and psychological repercussions of her time with Combs and found renewed purpose in being a mom. And then eventually she ended up doing the lawsuit. But while she was pregnant, like after she had left him and all of that, he was still trying to get her back. So he had posted online, you know, telling her to listen to Lady in My Life by Michael Jackson and all this stuff. So anytime a woman left, he would do whatever he could to try to get her back. So like I said, with TRL, he'd send people out there. Cassie says that whenever she would leave, the people would find her and bring her back to him. So, and she's powerless. And then I brought up this to Daryl the other day about, in the 5 years after her breakup with Combs, Ventura remained silent. While he was posting about her pregnancy in 2019, she was negotiating in distress behind the scenes to escape her Bad Boy contract. So despite Ventura signing a 10-album deal in 2006, Bad Boy only released 1 studio album by her. Now, my nails are broken. 10, all right? I'm sure, like, this is how serious this is. A 10-album deal from Bad Boy in 2006.
Who was on Bad Boy then that was relevant? French Montana, is that it?
Was he out then? I don't think he was out yet, though. Was he?
Let me see.
Danity Kane?
Because there ain't no way.
Danity Kane?
Again, she's young. Let me say this. One, we do know that she was young at that time. We know that she was very young. However,
like what, 19, 18?
And as Daryl mentioned that she was not, probably wasn't listening to her boyfriend, Ryan Leslie. It's possible. All of these things are quite possible. But
he didn't start on Bad Boy until 2013.
Shit in 2006.
He did 2013 is when he joined Bad Boy.
Yeah, I'll say he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't on Bad Boy till 2013. Dang.
Yeah, 06, they was making the band like Danity Kane in Day 26.
So 2005.
Oh, God, Cherie Dennis. Cherie Dennis was on there then. Cherie Dennis was on there then.
Yeah.
So Bad Boy would also see fortunes in
Young
2005 success release. So
Young Jock.
Young Jock. Yep, Young Jock, and then also in 2006, Bad Boy hit Pay Dirt with making the band's Danity Kane, and then whose debut album topped the charts at #1, the label's first chart-topping album since the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack 3 years prior. And it's one off the top hit single, and then they also got Day 26. So
Boys in the Hood too, right? One Boys in the Hood around then too.
That was like 04. That was more like 04, 05.
Yeah, that's that Bad Boy South. So that's before that.
Because Block, the dude that had Autumn signed, he had him and Young Jock signed.
So what I will say is this: there is no artist, including Puffy, who has dropped 10 albums on the Bad Boy.
Didn't he have New Edition at one point?
That was like 04. That was like 04.
Okay.
He had everybody at some point. In fact, I mean, he had A-Ball and MJG at one point. They had New Edition. He had
Didn't he have Twister for a second? But it never came out?
Mace came back.
Mace came back.
Right now, the current
The current artist, it's Josie's one of them, I know.
No, so the current artist versus the former artist is an amazing. So right now, current artist, Puffy, Janelle Monáe, King Combs, and Quincy.
So
that's it.
His kids and Janelle Monáe. And I forgot she was on Bad Boy.
And then releases under Bad Boy. So Diddy at 5, Janelle 3, King Combs has 2, Quincy, I guess, is released nothing. But the person who released the most albums under Bad Boy was Machine Gun Kelly. 6.
Really?
I forgot he was on Bad Boy. I think after like 2005, I kind of stopped paying attention to Bad Boy.
Everyone did. That's what I'm saying. Like the idea of you trying to now in '96, if you want to sign me to a 10-year deal, a 10 album deal with Bad Boy, fuck yes.
Yeah, between '96 and maybe 2001.
Yeah,
I give them all 3. I give them all 3. I give them all 3. Yeah,
96, absolutely. Because at that point, I've seen everything that Bad Boy has done, right? And it's like, oh, I like total her, like everybody here, like, and then even if they weren't on Bad Boy, you were affiliated in some way, right? So I know I get to be around this, I get to be around that.
Like look here.
Absolutely. But yeah, French Montana has released 4 underneath there. So 112 released 4, Mace released 3, Faith Evans released 3, but
it's funny, Mace released 3, but we only acknowledged the 1.
Well, yeah. Heavy Starch? That was right?
The Harlem World.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Harlem World was another label.
Like Heavy Starch, ain't that Ali? That's Ali.
Ali. I just associate bad albums with Ali at this point. In general. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry, Mace. That wasn't for you. That was just accidental. But the Mace album is called what is that album?
Harlem World.
Is that the second album's name?
Oh no, the second album was Double Up.
Double Up. There we go. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And then he had that Welcome Back album.
Yeah, the one, the Welcome Back was, when he came back.
He's got Breathe, Stretch, Shake, Let It Go.
Let It Go.
That was my song. Like it was, I mean, it's not some amazing song. It was what it was.
Just cool little jig.
It's a cool little jig. Like I said, it was not some lyrically amazing song. And nobody come. That song it was what it was. It did what it did. I liked it. Fight me. I guess we are. So Diddy Watch is just
for the record. I blame us for Diddy. I don't even blame him no more. I blame us. We let this man parade around non-producing music, just taking credit for all these people's stuff, and we knew who produced it. We be like, no, that was the Hitman. And we let people get off saying Puffy was a good producer for years.
Because I was the one thing I hate about like this happening. I wanted to see JD kill him in a versus.
He couldn't. Okay, are you gonna bring the Hitman with him? Because that's all the he bringing Stevie J, D. Dot, Angeletti, Young Lord. He bringing that whole crew with him because that's those.
Yeah, no, I mean Teddy Riley brought everybody, so you just put everybody in the back. Just put the band in the back.
Everybody.
Just put the band in the back. Like,
Teddy Riley will bring everybody.
Yeah, it's I think, like I said, we knew that Puffy was poison with business dealings, right?
97. I had 97.
I knew that I didn't want to be in a relationship. Oh, that's what the fuck it was. Wait a minute, I did highlight that. Hold on. When I just said relationship, that just reminded me some dumb shit he said. And the fact, it's one of those things of, again, I've been dumb for men. I've been an idiot for them. But at the same time, sometimes you hear somebody say something and it's like, you think to yourself, so when you heard him say that, you said, you know what? I'm still gonna fuck with him. And that happens. It happens all the time. It does not just happen to rich people. It happens to broke men too. Like it absolutely happens. But
rich men get away with it just a little bit more though. Because it's the confidence of not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
A brother be like, man, if I say the wrong thing, I might be on the streets. I rebuild myself.
Wait a minute. All right. So, in a 2015 appearance on the Breakfast Club radio show, Combs described the deal he offers his girlfriends. If I'm in a relationship with you, 25% of your time, you're going to just feel like, oh man, I hate being here. This guy cheated on me. He lied to me. Combs explained while sitting next to his teenage son, Christian. But then there's 75% of me of, I'm going to make you the happiest woman in the whole wide world. I'm going to be there to support your dreams. I'm going to be there to hold you, listen to you. I'm going to be there to be your best friend. And I promise you'll smile the most. You know who I am. This is what it is. Which deal would you choose? So either 25% of me hating being her, and 75% of you being this amazing.
And we know that's a look. You know he's smudging on that. You know it's 50.
And it's like, but the thing is though,
it's 50 hell, 50 good.
Nah, because
25, 75. But I don't want.
The only thing I'm thinking is that that SpongeBob shit, because you said that was 2015 and the video was 2016, so I'm like 1 year later. and then you see the video.
Like for a quarter of the relationship, I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna hate that I'm here.
So if you let's extrapolate that out just by time. So let's say you're together with someone for 10 years. So you're telling that person if it's a quarter, that will be 3 point something, 4. No, 2.5. 2.5 of those years, you're going to hate me. I mean, I'm going to hate you for 2.5 years. That's a long time to be like, I'm not saying that people don't go through things and there's not ups and downs, but for you to let me know ahead of time, 2.5 of this time, it's going to be, you're going to hate me of these 10 years we're together.
Let me say this. I have definitely told new recruits, look, I'm going to get on your nerves. But I don't have a percentage.
Right.
I don't know how much I'm going to get on your nerves. I know that I'm annoying and I can be. Just let me know. Let me know when I'm getting on your nerves. But there are certain things I know about me and I can. And it's not that I'm not working on it or whatever, right? But at the same time, it's like, look, I know that sometimes I can be a little, right? So yeah, just say something to me, let me know. But the idea to tell someone 25% of our relationship that you're going to feel like, oh man, I hate being here. This guy cheated on me. He lied on me.
And let's keep it real. He puts his hands on me too. He just didn't say that in that percentage. Yeah. What is that percentage of the time I'm getting my hands put on me as a woman?
That's why you gonna hate me. I'm beating you up.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm cheating on you. I'm cheating on you, right? I got other women. Like again, the fact that he has 3 daughters that are 17.
Yeah, a hell of a year.
And and my thing is like,
I'm sure that mean like. They were twins, but still, I can add.
And I blame us once again. That's why I blame us as the hip hop culture. We let this shit slide like this. Not just before the video. The fact he has 3 kids that are the same age, and nobody was like, "Man, this don't seem not right." Like this don't. And as much as we be trying to do all this high moral ground, and the Diddy is talking about love and how much you love God and all this kind of bullshit he's doing. Yeah, we let him slide on every one of those things at every turn. Every turn we let him slide. He will go through some shit, change his name.
We never told him to go home from the club.
We never did.
He kept the party going.
Nobody.
He was like, "What's the next move, nephew?"
He told down bad boy 99. Take that.
Yeah.
Won't stop. He said won't stop. Bat won't stop.
He that old dude that still want to hang out after the club. Like, what's the after set?
Right. So what y'all gonna do? Nigga, I'm going home.
Like, nah, man, I'm tired.
Like, I got a whole hotel. I got the whole suite at the Margiano.
Like, man, I got a bed at home.
And my old lady calling me 10 times already.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm already past my curfew.
I already told my gal, My gal
I was
asked me
supposed to
to
spend
pick
home
up
2
some
hours
wings.
ago, man.
Right, I said,
Lucky you, my friend. Fucking with you.
Right. My gal told me to bring home some wings on the way home. She waiting on me.
The spot closed.
And she know I'm out with Puffy. So she already finna blow me the fuck up. Oh, you going out with Diddy? Oh, okay. Really? That's what we doing? Well, I gotta go for the business. Okay. You gotta be home at 11:30.
Ooh. Dang, none of these rap niggas can hang out with Diddy no more.
Oh no, they wasn't hanging out.
I'm talking about the young ones. I'm talking about, well, the old ones, they was already, chilling doing family.
All the established artists didn't hang with Diddy no more. We talked about this.
Yeah. I'm talking about the young ones. I'm talking about the young ones now. Since the video.
No. It was like, no, somewhere it mentioned that though, that people have been really quiet. Oh, while the raids made global headlines, the silence from Combs' famous friends was palpable. Like I highlighted that because seriously though, a lot of people, there are people who have said, you got like the Maces and all of that, people who are like, see, those y'all asses, like, but
I've been telling y'all.
like, but no one has really said anything, right? Like, I will say come to his defense, but no one has even come to his defense.
You can't. Why would you do that? You got internet.
Not to say that anybody should.
Oh, somebody did come to his defense.
Somebody did. I was like, somebody.
Oh, girl from Dirty Money did. Oh, girl from Dirty Money did. She's saying that all these people didn't have a business right with him.
Don,
not Don. The other one, Kalanda.
Oh, okay.
The not cute one. From Dirty Money.
I got it.
And I mean that for real. Like, she's not cute though. That's not even like.
No, Dirty Money they was looking like spare change, and I've always said that. Yeah, like that money that you put in the little cup holder in your car.
Kalina Harper.
The pennies are stuck together at the bottom because they done got. That's dirty money. That's why I've always felt that's what dirty money looked like.
And we let him get away with this shit, man.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Yeah. Let's continue on. Usher is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Awards.
Write this down.
I don't understand. They just give out random stuff. I don't know how they do and stuff or what they're doing. Because then Diddy get this 2 years ago.
The coveted award, as BET describes it, the coveted award, and I highlighted that. Coveted. Commemorates industry pioneers who have powerfully shifted culture in the entertainment industry. The Lifetime Achievement BET Award recognizes special achievements and distinguished public services. And there's a lot of, so they started doing it in 2001. And the first recipient was Whitney Houston. That is the night that she told y'all you better lay low.
No. And she said Bobby Brown was the king of R&B.
That's the night she came out crip walking and told y'all you better lay low. So, and I feel like that is the epitome of BET. That's on brand. Like that Whitney Houston moment, that's
I'm Doja, they sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
He do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
$2001 BET, that's on brand. That's exactly where we were at that point. Other recipients just over the years, Earth, Wind & Fire won the next year, James Brown, Isley Brothers, Gladys Knight, Shaka Khan, Diana Ross, Al Green, OJ's, Prince, Patti LaBelle, Maze, featuring Frankie Beverly, Charlie Wilson, Lionel Richie, Smokey Robinson. In 2016, Samuel L. Jackson got it. He is the only actor who has ever gotten this Lifetime Achievement Award, which is interesting because, not to say that, BET is Black entertainment television, so it's not.
But these are all of the musical artists.
There's not nothing wrong with an actor getting it, but no other actor had gotten it. And if you're going to, for Samuel L. Jackson to get it, I'm like, Denzel didn't.
I think they was just getting because he ain't never won an Oscar.
I think so. And like,
I think they was like, here, man, we appreciate you over here.
And I actually meant to look that up and just kind of see what else he was doing around that time.
Yeah, I don't think he got an Oscar. That was like here, we appreciate you over here.
Yeah, so like no Denzel. Like I'm not even bringing up Will Smith, but no Will Smith, and then hell, because Will used to him and Jada hosted a couple years.
They hosted a couple.
I think they were the first host, right? I think they were the first.
Yeah, they may have been.
No, I think it was Sid and Steve Harvey.
There's one that they hosted that was funny as shit because the promos that they did for it were funny.
But they had the kids cussing.
When they had the kids in there, funny as hell. Like those commercials were funny. But no Sidney Poitier. But anywho, New Edition, Anita Baker, Mary J. Blige, Queen Latifah, Diddy, 1 and 2.
Yeah, okay. You're right. Scott. They hosted the first 2 of them.
Yeah, then I think it was like Monique after
and that. Monique did like 2 or 3. Then Will Smith and Jada did 05.
There you go. That sounds right. That sounds accurate. That sounds right.
I don't know why I thought Michael Jackson did, but they just honored him because he died like that week of the awards.
Yeah, so
that's why I was thinking Michael Jackson had won one.
Like I said, I've listed everybody. So like last year, 22 was Puffy. Right. So when he won that's when he gave that speech about all of the dark times and Cassie being there. And little did he know that speech was going to be a catalyst for her hearing that and saying, you know what?
And what year was that? That was 2018. That was 2018.
No, 2020.
That's 2022.
Oh, that was just a couple years.
Yeah, that went during that speech. That's when he said, where is it at? I was in a dark place for a few years. I got to give a special thank you to the people who were really there for me. And then he said, and he listed Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Mm. And from there, she said,
Well, they weren't together then, were they?
Brown and Crouppen,
they weren't.
Like she made a call. She Top Dog Law. She called.
Top Dog.
That was 2022. Last year was Busta Rhymes. This year is Usher. So, like I said, I listed all those people. Michael Jackson nor Janet have won, but Janet won this Icon Award. So, what I said to them, and we have a chat where we talk about stuff for the show, and I said the BET Awards are extremely inconsistent. And what I mean by that is, yes, they come on every year, but some of the awards that they have come up with, or even that they have started giving, like some of them they don't give out anymore. And the Grammys, I believe, have done the same thing, right? Music evolves, so you kind of have to make some changes, that's fine. But so were awards that they used to give out that they don't give out anymore are Best Actor and Actress of the Year, Best Gospel Artist, something called the Centric Award, the Fandemonium Award, International Viewer's Choice, Best International Act, Best International Act Africa, Best International Act UK. And so those they don't give out anymore. But there is now just regular Best Actress, Best Actor, special awards, the BET Lifetime Achievement.
I can understand for the gospel because it was like the same person was winning every year. It was either Yolanda Adams or Kirk Franklin.
Hold on, and Mary.
Oh yeah, it was like
Mary.
People.
And them three were rotated.
So, well, hold on. So basically, now it's called the Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel / Inspirational Award.
He the Dr. Dre of the BET Gospel.
No.
But I know Bobby Jones is a trailblazer for gospel. This is funny they named it after him now, like the Bobby Jones.
The Dr. Bobby Jones.
Hey, fun fact though. Fun fact, Bobby Jones was like my mother's 6th grade teacher. He was like fresh out of college. This was like back in the 60s.
He was here in St. Louis?
Yeah. She said he was like her 6th grade, like middle school teacher.
Shut up.
Hey, we totally wrong. I'm looking at the Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel Award. We forgot about the great Donnie McClurkin. He was sweeping these years too.
Yeah. I mean, it was like the same people though.
Yeah. Mary is.
And
it
then
was only
what's the face
weeks
came out? The sap dude.
The sap got two.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, but then all right. So the BTE.
Oh, these Negroes gave Snoop one in 2019, Stacey. They gave Snoop Best Gospel Artist in 2019.
Hey, that album was hard though. He dedicated that to his grandma.
Hold on.
That was Bible of love. Ain't nothing Snoop can't do. Go buy and get you some Snoop cereal too while you at Walmart.
Oh my God. He beat Fred Hammond, Kirk Franklin, Erica Campbell.
He had to put that on his resume.
Oh my God. BT, y'all are shameless. Y'all are shameless.
Look, this is what I'm saying. So wait, look, all right. So
oh my God, I'm sorry.
Right, so they have the special awards, right? So there's the Lifetime Achievement, Humanitarian, and the Ultimate Icon Awards, right? So those awards given out separately. The Ultimate Icon Award was created in 2015 and presented in the ceremony. Okay, Ultimate Icon Award. Again, what did I say? It started in 2015. How many awards have they given out?
What, 9? What 8?
3. They gave out one in 2015 to Janet Jackson. Okay. They gave one in which wait a minute. So yeah, the year that Janet won the Ultimate Icon, they gave the Lifetime Achievement Award to Smokey Robinson. And the Humanitarian Award went to Tom Joyner. But anywho, 2015 was Janet Jackson. 2018 was Deborah Lee. 2019 was Tyler Perry. They have not given that award out since.
Let me guess. Oprah next.
Oprah, first off, Oprah ain't coming. But two, it's the fact that y'all started this in 2015 and have only given out 3 awards. Because I feel like y'all weren't supposed to be doing it, and then you just ended up kind of doing like
it's like the award. Like, let's see if they remember about it. Let's see if they remember this.
Right, like I
ain't got nobody.
I feel like
instead of somebody they want to invite specially, they want to make sure they show up that they want to have there. Yeah, that's what that award is for. It looks like maybe like okay, Tyler said he gonna come, but he need to get an award if he gonna show up.
What year did you do that?
Like Beyonce get one?
No, she hasn't got one yet.
Wait. What year did Nipsey die?
2019.
19? Yeah, 19.
So he got a humanitarian award in 2019.
Hold on, but he died early in the year.
Yep.
How did you get a humanitarian award? You died
2 months
in February.
Nipsey Hussle.
No, I'm just saying for the year, right? So before 2019, right? He died in February 2019, if I remember correctly.
No, he died like April. It was like March or April.
Okay, so he did 4 months of 2019, and he's the humanitarian of the year?
Beyonce won in 2020.
What, humanitarian?
Yeah, and they haven't given them the award out since then, which is interesting. So now let's say this: 2020 did start the pandemic, right? Mm-hmm. But y'all have continued to give out other awards. So, like,
oh, Stacey, 2020s was the virtual one. So they was just trying to just get people to lock in for the virtual thing by giving Beyonce that. Beyonce don't even have that award probably. She don't even know where to do.
So yeah, that was June. So wait. So yeah, to that point, like, so if we're like mentioning Nipsey, that ceremony was. I mean, so that ceremony was. It's always in June. It's always
like the end
last
of June.
week. So the end of June, first week of July. Always is where we are, right? Always that whatever that day of the week is, right? So what's the June 30th? So that's a Sunday. So I guess
I love Nip though. I love Nip. I'm not.
So, right. So this is nothing against Nipsey. This is nothing against him. But like I said, if he passed earlier in the year, June 23rd is when the ceremony was. So I can tell you right now that Nipsey was not getting that award. He got it because
He was murdered.
Like now, I'm not going to say that he may have never gotten it, because I do know that there were a lot of humanitarian efforts that he did. I'm not saying
he gave a lot back to her.
I'm like, yeah, he gave a lot back. So again, not saying that he would have never gotten it. I think that he got it that year because he got it posthumously because of that. Like I said, 2020 was a virtual show. But again, like I said, to my point, is like, but even still, after that, so 21, 22, 23, like they still had other ones, but y'all haven't given out another one. So no one has done any humanitarian work since then, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, it's just, and write this down. Beyonce has the most nominations of anyone ever for a BET award. 73 solo, 8 with Destiny's Child.
Damn, 73. God damn.
So it's a total of 81 nominations. So total.
Who's next?
Is
her country album nominated?
Wait. So it's actually okay. So this is so odd. All right. So as far as most wins, so Beyonce has most wins and nominations. 81 total nominations, 35 wins with Destiny's Child and the Carters. So 35, that includes with Destiny's Child and the Carters. Second is Chris Brown, 59 nominations, 19 wins.
Okay, interesting.
Third is Drake.
Drake gotta be Drake.
51 nominations, 46 are solo, 5 with Young Money. And he has 15 wins. Let's see.
Low key, that's pretty somewhat impressive. Because you think about it, Drake didn't really even start really getting on the scene until like 08, 09. And the BET Award started in 2000.
Yeah. So they was already 10 years in when you coming out.
Yeah.
So in fourth place, tied. So with 12 wins tied are Nicki and Serena. Nicki has 35 nominations, 31 solo, 4 with Young Money. Serena Williams has 17 nominations, but they both have 12 wins. Last is Lil Wayne, 33 nominations, 28 solo, 5 with Young Money, and 11 wins.
So hold on. How many Serena got?
She won Women's Athlete of the Year.
I know, but I wonder how many LeBron got. LeBron was probably going up against Kobe.
Yep.
Them that year. Yeah.
LeBron James. Let's see.
LeBron was going against Kobe.
LeBron has 11 nominations.
Yeah, but he was going. Yeah, he had Kobe and Steph.
Yeah, so LeBron has 11. Well, not LeBron has 11. Kobe has 10.
Oh.
And I don't. And Steph Curry is not on here.
Oh, Steph ain't on there.
Oh wow.
No, Steph ain't been nominated for nothing.
They don't fuck Steph at BET.
You're too light skinned. Too light. Too many light skinned people already involved in the show. You can't.
Yeah, like we got Drake.
There's a quota. There's a light skinned quota at these types of things.
We got Drake and Chris Brown.
Okay.
Okay. Steph Curry won the award 3 years in a row.
Back to Usher.
Oh.
He won the award 3 years in a row.
Who did?
Steph did. He won 2015, 2016, 2017.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so they weren't hating too much. That's when he was in
like
prime.
I literally typed in. Yeah.
At least that's what said. And
back to Usher. Yeah. So Usher, my question is this, right? So right now we can tell this is Usher's time to shine, right? All of them, those years and years and years of putting in work are paying off, right? And between the Las Vegas residency to the Super Bowl performance to now the life, like Usher, I think is those flowers are coming. Who, may I ask, can sing the tribute songs for him? Because it's BET and we're dealing with the younger audience. If they have Jacquees get up there. If they have Jacquees.
I'm gonna give.
You say Jacquees?
I'm gonna throw Summer
That's
Walker.
what I said.
I'm gonna throw Summer Walker because they got a couple songs together. You know, I just have her singing one of the older songs. As far as I want to say Chris Brown, but I don't know about that squabble. If they were squabbling, for what was that, his birthday at the skating rink?
Boys out there tussling. I actually asked this question in the group, and we did get a couple of responses. All right, so what is going on? My computer hates me. Just know that everything is running slow, so I might have to. I apologize for the slight delay in me finding what I want, because I'm the one that posted it. But so people suggested, someone said Chris Brown. Immediately, that's the first thing that they said. And then somebody else says Breezy, Bieber, Bruno, and Sierra.
I didn't think about Bruno.
Breezy, Miguel, Tank. And somebody just
said, Javon
said, just have Usher himself just come out there and do his own shit. But what I will say is I think Justin Bieber definitely be there. I could see Bruno. I could see Neo maybe.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Neo wouldn't do it. I'm gonna tell you this. If Tevin Campbell brings his ass up on that stage, I'm throwing something.
What song would he do?
You're better than that, Tevin.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Tevin Campbell, I'm doing Can We Talk? He'd be like, it's still my song.
And it's still my song, nigga. Fuck that.
I heard he thought this was gonna be his song, y'all.
Yeah.
Bam!
I got something real special for you, Usher.
Got something real. Start off singing an Usher song, and then the beat changed, and now here you come.
Shout out to Marcus Houston, who remade that song as well.
Yeah. I think I'll say this: there are absolutely some very talented male singers that are out there that could do some of his stuff.
So Marion in there.
Oh, Marion.
What's the baby name that I think is so cute? Luke James.
I just thought about this.
Was that his name? Luke James. Yeah. So like I said, there are some men out there that can sing, because the reality is, depending on what they're singing, right? If you're gonna somebody's gonna try to do a ballad, right? Or a couple of people gonna try to do a ballad. So you got to be able to hit. If you're gonna do Superstar,
yeah,
there's
get that falsetto. That's that falsetto,
right? So don't embarrass yourself up there now. Don't get up there and embarrass yourself. But
you gotta have Chris Brown do. You ain't got to call though, and just redo the video, redo the dances,
the whole dance.
I can see that.
All the dance stuff Chris Brown should do. We just go ahead and just maybe Omarion.
But you know what? I can see them putting Wanye's sons doing a little thing in there. What they call
that would be dope. Wayne Moore.
Yeah. Is that his daughter? The girl that be with him? Is that his daughter too?
Yeah, he got 5 kids.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
she can sing too.
One more. At this point, those are the little kids. When but come downstairs and dance for your auntie. That's
exactly what they are.
That's exactly where we are at this point with them.
Do the song I told you to sing.
Right. Sing it. Y'all was doing it earlier. I don't care if you was asleep. So that's it. That's who those kids are. So I'm excited to see it. It's on June 30th. I'll probably I guess I'll watch it live. I'll watch it live because I will DVR something and just go back and watch it later. But some things I need to be available for. So we will. I'll create a chat in the group. And we will discuss as things are going on. And I have to remember to delete chats after we're done.
Because they be going
for a continual conversation.
Because people will it'll be a spammer or something. Somebody will just show up and somebody posted in the Grammy chat the other day, and I'm like, sir, no,
we know who won.
Bro, you this was for while we were doing this live, not now that 7 months later, here you come with an opinion about something. No, we're good. Thanks.
So another performance that was
But,
had
I'm
mixed
excited.
attention to it is this one right here.
He ain't gonna be at the barbecue fest in Ohio, is he?
And I ripped joint. Hey, shout out to somebody was in the comments saying, Nate, we should try to get sponsored to be there at the rib joint. He's like, because somebody was like, only reason I'm looking at it is because of y'all.
So Vibe magazine, the headline says Andre 3000's flute causes commotion among fans at Atlanta Jazz Festival. But okay, first and foremost, you are at a jazz festival.
I blame you. Those people that thought he was gonna slip in some bars, you didn't. You must not know he's serious.
You're at a jazz festival. You're gonna hear some jazz. Now, I don't necessarily consider New Blue Sun jazz, but I mean, some may, right? And then there's so many different elements of jazz. So who am I to say what is and what is not? But at the end of the day, if I would have been at that jazz festival and he'd been up there with that flute, I would not have been upset that he was there with the flute because I'm at a fucking jazz festival. Mm-hmm. So he closed it out. So it was his 49th birthday. He closed it out. And then some people were really excited. They said one fan said, anytime you get a free Andre 3000 concert, you really just have to take advantage of that. Another one anticipated that the city would turn up once the Four Brothers actor hit the stage. However, instead of returning to his Outkast past, the rapper performed instrumental tunes from his latest solo album, New Blue Sun. So one person was very awestruck and said, I saw Andre 3000. I'm never going to fail. However, there was a slight murmuring from onlookers and other videos. So before he started, they said that he said, everything we're doing, the same way that New Blue Sun was made with me and my brothers, we're going to be completely making everything up as we go along. We never know what the night is going to sound like. And as the video made its rounds around Twitter, people vocalized their dislike. So as I keep saying, you can get mad that he's playing the flute, but the man has told you, I don't want to rap. I'm not rapping. I'm gonna play this flute. So if he's going to perform somewhere, you know what he's going to do?
Play that flute.
He's going to perform and play that flute because he has told you on several occasions, I'm playing the flute now. I'm not rapping at all. And one person said,
he ain't even dressed like he want to rap.
Like this should be done.
So he ain't even dressed like he want to rap.
Don't even dress like that. So he said, someone said, I feel like this should have been done somewhere with better acoustics and not outside. Now that is a valid complaint. That's some valid feedback, that because of the acoustics and you're doing this whole acoustic thing, being outside just didn't work for that. Makes sense. And then somebody else faulted Atlanta. First off, Atlanta is not a real place. So there's that. The crowd was so confused that they didn't know how to take them vibes. They are used to toxic music in Atlanta. And then somebody else tweeted and was like, 3 Stacks was like, people don't want to hear someone my age rap anymore. And he was like, yeah, but judging by the crowd's energy, they definitely don't want to hear that damn flute. So
damn.
I'm all for him and his flute. Like that man looks like he is just as happy and at peace with
He's
himself.
happy, man.
Like he is happy and at peace. And if that flute is what's giving him that, who the fuck am I to tell him stop fluting? I'm all right. You look, there's enough. You've given me enough material that I can go back and listen to it. You didn't just give me one album and then burn out like Jay Leck, who gave me no.
And Lauryn Hill.
And Lauryn Hill.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and it's the problem. Just at least Jay Leck give me a feature. Shit. But anywho, yeah, go ahead, sir. Play your flute. Play it.
Yeah, I have no problem with that man playing his flute. Y'all should just know he wasn't gonna come up with no bars. Y'all really thought he was gonna sneak in some bars.
They know better.
Like this man keeps telling y'all, I'm not doing it. Like I'm on flute.
Yeah, y'all gonna come see me play this flute?
I think he's super uncomfortable with people heralding him as like one of the best rappers of all time. I don't think he really embraces or understands what that means for him in his life.
Yeah,
I agree to that. What's the?
Because I was listening to a comparison. You know, everybody's saying like what Jay and Nas, you know, are top dogs, and then you know, like him, and he just walks the earth like a nomad. But knowing he can, you know, is up there with the best of them. You know,
yeah,
he can do whatever he wants. That man goes to the laundromat to wash his clothes. Like whatever interview it was that he had done right before the album.
Torre, was that the Torre?
No, wasn't the Torre one. It was another one that he had done, and I can't remember.
Was it Quick Love?
No, they were
Rick
actually
Rubin.
with him. Was it NP? Oh, the fuck was he with?
Rick Rubin.
I have to find the interview. But he was walking around because he actually was at the laundromat and was.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
But like I said, he is just. He's okay. Like that man is happy and minding his damn business. He ain't bothering nobody. Like he's lived a very normal, simple life. He ain't been controversial. Like and now he just want to play his flute.
Even hell, he was kind of even like that when they were rapping. He was just kind of being the rapper as a character, and then just. You never really heard about his personal life for real.
That's exactly. Like we just happen to know that he has a son named Seth.
Thing was the only thing you really knew. Like he had he had a relationship with.
and even how they played that, right? Because again, kids, this is before social media, right? And by the time you heard a couple was dating, like you literally had to see it on TV. Somebody had to show it to you. So with Three Stacks and Erykah Badu, I think I maybe had heard that they were maybe, but when you see the video for Other Side of the Game and he's in there, you're like, oh shit, he in there. And then at the end, when you find out that she's pregnant, you're like, wait a minute, is she pregnant for real? Oh man, wait, it's his baby. So it was a big deal. So 7 is that's our little nephew. Like that's it. Like y'all love Blue Ivy, that's fine. Not saying that you should not. That's your internet niece. That's great. But 7 is ours. Zion, Lauryn Hill, that's our kid.
And Puma. And I don't know the other one name.
Mars. And Mars. Yeah, Mars is the other. But like, yeah, those are our like. Look, the fact that in 2000. That big boy told us he had a son on the way by the name of Bamboo.
And now
Bamboo
got a baby.
Right, just had a baby. So what?
And Jordan got her master's degree. And
Cross just graduated 4 years, Jordan.
And like, Cross just graduated college. The youngest.
This is what I'm saying. Like these are our kids that are growing up before us. So like that's all we knew about them. Like that's how we found out. That's it. And you don't even, I mean, even with that, like you don't see 7. 7 isn't just out somewhere. But even with Erykah's other kids, like I mean, Puma posts a lot, but Puma like to post. And that's it. But they are just mind their fucking business. And I appreciate anybody who minds their business. I don't. I'm not one of those people. So, like, I'll say this. I don't go out looking to bother people, is what I'll say. I do not go searching for people to bother. But if you come over this way, I can't control it.
How old is Puma now about?
What, 18, 17?
Puma should be 18.
Yeah, I'm saying about get about graduate high school.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if Puma is not 18, she's 17.
Yeah. I know 7
And then
about,
I don't know
what,
Mars
20,
is the baby.
7 about 25, 26.
Something like that. Yeah, like Mars, I don't know how old Mars is JLX baby. But I don't know how old Mars is. But yeah, but Puma is the spitting image of Erica. She got her daddy skin tone and looked like Erica.
And 7 looked like 3 Stacks.
Yes. Oh my God.
7 looked just like 3 Stacks. I saw
7
a video
is that is Andre Jr. Like it's insane how much. I mean, but again, you take after whoever. But not saying the 3 Stacks would, but sir, you cannot deny that boy. Like that is the spitting image of you. You can't deny him at all. Like whatsoever. So
Man. So as we push on forward, all right. So this was an interesting situation here. Future and Metro Boomin canceling their tour or not?
Reportedly, they said for low ticket sales.
But there's nothing out there that's saying that officially, right?
I haven't seen that. I just saw the report. I haven't seen nothing official.
Yeah.
And the first thing I can think of, Stacey, if it was true, the first thing I could think of was that song, BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy. The idea that tour has been canceled, I cannot find not one report that confirms it. Period. It is so, like I said, as an amateur reporter, I took one journalism class, 12th grade, and I have watched the show The Newsroom on HBO at least 5 times. So I am well versed as a journalist at this point. And if I don't have 2 sources that can confirm it, I'm not going with the story. So I cannot confirm it.
And Ticketmaster letting you buy them right now too.
Is that
Ticketmaster letting you buy them?
That's what I'm saying. The only thing that's been out there is that tweet that has that list of the tour, the concert information. But there's no media outlet, no reputable media outlet that is discussing that this tour was canceled. No one is saying it. You can still purchase tickets. Gossip blogs like Lipstick Alley have mentioned that ticket sales were down. But again, there is nothing out there that says that this tour was canceled. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a blith, which is also I call a black myth. It's a blith, and it has no validity to it, to the claim.
I see Nicki added the second leg to her tour in the fall. Nicki Minaj, yeah. She'll be here in, I think, October.
When I tell you that I don't know any Nicki Minaj songs.
I mean, I know a song if I hear it, but I wouldn't know the name of it.
No, the what's the songs that I like?
I like Bees in the Trap.
Bees in the Trap.
I like that song. I like the bass song, or the song that's not hers, but she's on it. It's her, Ariana Grande, and somebody else.
Oh, I don't know.
Boom, boom, into the world. Like that song. I like that.
Oh,
but again, these are not like rap songs. And I like her verse on Monster. I will tell you in a minute that I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan, because I'm not.
She might have had the best verse on Monster.
However, I will never, ever, ever, ever tell you that her verse on Monster was trash or whatever. I love her fucking verse on Monster. Absolutely love it. But I don't know. I can't say anything else about anything that she's done. I've never just gotten into her. I don't.
I think we were a little. older, like when she kind of blew. We were like at 30.
But even it's still people that are our age that was on. Oh, now see, you need mixtape Nikki, and I'm like,
I saw Nikki back in MySpace days. She redid Warning from Biggie, and I was like, who is doing this? And then she redid Dead Wrong too, and I was like, this girl nice. And I saw that was back in MySpace, like 06, 07.
Here's the thing. Nikki doesn't appeal. I'm not a Barbie. Like, there's nothing about me that's a Barbie girl. And like, even as a kid, like I had Barbie dolls, but I actually I had a Skipper doll. Skipper actually had big feet. Like, I had Skipper. Like, and I got big feet. I wear size 10. So Skipper, I related there. I didn't relate to Barbie. So I'm not a Barbie. I don't get into Barbie. So her aesthetic doesn't like stand out to me. If anything, like seeing her in all pink with a blonde wig and tutus, like I see that and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I don't want to be a part of it because nothing about that is me, right? It absolutely takes me away from it. So just off of her look alone, and again, and not saying that she's not attractive or not pretty, not saying that her aesthetic did not make me want to listen to her music or make me interested in anything that she had to say. But like I said, again, on Monster, I cannot deny that verse. I just cannot.
Verse, classic.
Like I cannot fucking, and it's to that point, and it's also the question of, is the verse that great or were the other verses just not as great?
Point taken.
Yeah. Ross verse was cool.
Because it's like, again, not taken away from what she did. Like she went in, right? Like there's a lot that happened, but thinking about Kanye's verse and Rick Ross verse and Jay's verse, they weren't anything to write home about anyway. So like, there's no argument over who had a better verse. Like, of course, Nikki does. Now, if you say, take Nikki out of the equation, out of the other three, who had the better verse?
I like Ross.
They were all kind of lackluster, to be honest.
I don't know. Out of the three, I like Ross's.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I think I do like
if
Ross.
I had to choose, I'd probably choose Ross verse.
I'd probably choose Ross.
All right, we're gonna go into the time machine now. We'll go into the time machine. We're gonna go back in time for there's a couple of topics. All right. Now, Stacey, you said we need to get in and out on this, but I think we do need to discuss this at this point here in this show.
Damn.
All right, Scott, what do you got on this?
Man, they was giving him that Eminem. Hey, but hold on though. Why Gladys Knight wasn't piping up for Luther though? Why she piping up for young Bobby?
Because he was crossing over. Because she was saying like if he's crossing over from pop to R&B, Bobby should be able to do the same thing.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Auntie Gladys wasn't having it.
Go ahead, Stacey. What you got?
So there's an article that I actually found in the LA Times from around that time. So January 30th, 1989, George Michael was the first white artist to win Favorite Soul R&B Male Artist Award. So this was at the American Music Awards. And then his album Faith has also won Favorite Soul R&B. That win caused a huge controversy in the Black music community. So the article in the LA Times was called "The Whitening of Black Radio: a musical community fears the loss of its identity." And it goes on to talk about how George Michael was such a darling of Black radio that he ended up defeating Michael Jackson as the nation's favorite male rhythm and blues singer at the annual American Music Award shows. All of this activity has led to an ironic situation. After years of campaigning to get more Black artists on white-dominated pop stations, much of the Black music community now finds itself in the awkward position of talking about the need to keep white people off of Black radio. So that was, and then there's also like there were a lot of articles that came out. Apparently, in July of that year, there's an article in Jet magazine, or sorry, in Ebony, called "Blue Eyes Soul: Are Whites Taking Over Rhythm and Blues?" So this was like a real concern that white people were taking over Black radio, and they said, but to Michael's credit, he was incredible. He was gracious and accepted an award and gave an explicit shout out to Black radio.
Yeah,
again, which and they said which was a rare mention by which was a rare mention by a white artist in that era. It's a rare mention for a white artist now. Like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But at least he understood I'm a visitor. Like, or as he even said, like, he's like, I didn't ask for these awards. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not happy that I got them, but I didn't ask for that. But it is you put something out and it gets radio play. So again, like after one, I fuck with Wham, I fuck with George Michael. The documentary that he has out about him is awesome. And and then the reality is there's it was something I was reading earlier. It was like all of your favorite movies have sampled George Michael, have sampled a George Michael song.
You don't hear Careless Whisper on some little romantic something from the 80s.
Listen, I ain't never gonna dance again. Okay, you have got no rhythm. No.
Now I went to go revisit and look at 1988 Grammys where George Michael won his R&B award. He won it with Aretha Franklin. So and it's her it was second to last Grammy. She got one in the 90s too. They be throwing Aretha Bones randomly. I feel like in the Grammys, just like
she the queen.
Yeah, just throwing her random like this. Do y'all remember the Aretha Franklin George Michael song? I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. Y'all remember that?
I kind of remember it. I remember them having a song. I just don't remember how it go.
Do y'all want to hear the other category people?
Yes.
Who else was in the category?
Levert Casanova, Club Nouveau, Lean on Me, The Whispers, Rock Steady, and Prince and Sheena Easton, You Got the Look.
Sheena Easton, I did not know was Scottish.
What?
I learned that today.
She's not Hispanic?
Sheena Easton. I learned earlier today.
I just looked. Damn, you're right.
Because what I was reading mentioned Sheena Easton. And I was like, Sheena Easton? And let me say this. When I was little, I used to mix up Sheena Easton and Sheila E. Not because I thought they looked alike.
That's what happened. Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Names. Right? I mixed up the names. Sheena Easton, Sheila E. Sheena Easton. The UK. Like
yeah, no, she is. That's always a Sheila Easton with Sheila E. So that's Sheila why I made her Hispanic in retro in my mind.
So what is Paula Abdul?
Ain't she just mixed?
Oh. Is it my Wi-Fi?
Yeah, yours is slow up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I gotta go listen to this Aretha Franklin George Michael song at this point.
I remember the song. I just forget how it goes.
And it's like weird, like they go up and down, with the because like this is like they seem like they be getting it pretty good. In general, when with these for a few years, after a while they start getting them kind of right. Like the year after that, they had Love Overboard from Glass Night and the Pips. Then the year after that was Soul to Soul, Back to Life. Like they were,
That was what, 89?
Back to Life?
With Love Overboard and
89. Because Aretha Franklin, George Michael was 88. I'm just saying Casanova from Levert or Rocksteady from the Whiskey.
I think they must have gave it to her because they gave Tina on them awards a few years earlier. Just to give her something.
Yeah, because they gave Aretha one in like the 90s, early 2000s for some reason too.
Yeah, and they got to give us something every decade.
Yeah, and it wasn't for Rose is a Rose now, y'all. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't for Tana We Know. It's something random.
What was that on the soundtrack or something?
No, that was on her last album.
That was on her album. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me see. What was this? list of awards and nominations because it's going. I remember I was like, how did Aretha win one in 90? Yeah, she won in 2006.
The Rose song, that's the only song I know her dropping in the 90s.
she won Best R&B Vocal Performance in 2006.
For what? Oh,
well, she won one in 2004 and then one again in 2006. One is for Wonderful in 2004, and then in 2006 she won for a remake of House Is Not a Home.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they probably just remade something.
I'm like, how did Aretha win that? Like, y'all was just giving them up too. Because let me see, who else was in this category this year? This one Beyonce was running things too. She was coming up.
That's when she started dropping her solo stuff.
Yeah, this is so 04. So that year 04, these are some weird songs that maybe Aretha should have won. Earth, Wind and Fire, Hold Me, Anthony Hamilton, Coming From Where I'm From, Patti LaBelle, Way Up There, and Kelly Price, He Proposed. So I don't know what was going on R&B in 04. I thought it was some better R&B songs in 04 than those.
Damn, He Proposed was nominated for a Grammy?
And I'm like, yo, what was going on in 04?
What was they? He Proposed was nominated for a Grammy. What the?
I don't even know. I don't understand.
Man.
And then she won in 06. She beat Mariah Carey, Mine Again, Fantasia, Summertime, Alicia Keys, If I Was Your Woman, and John Legend, Stay With You.
They was just giving her something on that one. They was like, here you go, Queen.
Because let me see. Did they play her in the back in the day? Was she getting
what had to be late 60s? What was her first album? This like late 60s?
68 is the first album. The first album she got nominated for. So she was winning. She won in 68. She won in 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75.
Beating out Diana Ross. She was top dog.
Hey.
That's why she the queen.
Hey, she was beating out Diana Ross. and low key, I'm looking at it. This where the beef with Patty come from because she getting all of them.
Yeah. So you would think her and Diana Ross will have a beef.
Dude, she won. Oh, she won for Jumpin' Jack Flash in 87.
And then wasn't she in Blues Brothers? Then she get something for Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, yep. Dude, then she won. Then she flipped on gospel and y'all won in 89 for best gospel.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she knew the game. She was like, let me jump in this John. Let me go over here.
Yeah,
jump over here. They still love me over here. That's what Beyonce doing.
Yeah, no, Beyonce's doing it right.
Yeah, that's what Beyonce doing. Let me get all these Grammys. It's like Pokemon. They got to get them all.
All right, as we Stacey's gonna come back in a sec, but let's get back to So let's go to revisiting Menace to Society soundtrack. We've been going through different albums in the 90s, 2000s, 80s, and we're gonna revisit and discuss different albums and re-review them. And the first edition we talked about Above the Rim. You can check that out. But this one we are talking about Menace to Society soundtrack. We also reviewed it too, if you want to check out that. But let's go back. Menace to Society soundtrack. What was your overall thoughts on it? Like then?
Shit, still, it's a classic. And the sleeper song forever will be Kenya Groove, Top of the World.
Is that a sleeper song that like people don't know about, or do you think everybody knows about that joint?
I think it's a regional thing.
You think
that Kenya Groove, Top of the World?
Well, no. So I actually heard you saying that. So I think it is regional because I know it was a jam for me, right? I loved it, but you just don't hear people talk about it enough.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, it's like it doesn't exist, and it's like this was a good song. This was a nice definitely a little dance to a song to slow dance to.
Yes, and maybe that's the regional thing. Maybe we were just in that song.
Midwest to the West Coast.
Yeah.
In parts of the South.
Maybe.
I found his Instagram page, Mr. Kenya Groove. Found his Instagram.
Top of the world.
That was the joint though. Like what? Like, like how wasn't able to come? Like that's his only song, right?
Yeah, I never heard anything else from him. He was like the hood version of Mark Morrison. One
He
and
was the
done.
hood version of Mark Morrison.
All right, wait.
Mark
What other
Morrison happened to the single though, didn't he?
I don't think so. I think he just had Return of the Mac and just dipped. He just got out of it.
Well, I know he kept going to jail.
I think he just been eating off of that song. What other songs did y'all talk about?
No, we didn't start.
That was the first song.
That was the first one.
Cool.
We were just talking about his overall thoughts. His overall thoughts before we start going through each track.
Classic. Definitely one of the top. For me, I always feel like it's like a top 5 of like of hip hop soundtracks, and that's in it. Complex put it at number 9 on their 25 best hip hop movie soundtracks of all time. For reference, they have Above the Rim at number 2 and 8 Mile at number 1. So again, Complex can't be trusted.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even have 8 Mile in my top 20.
That's what I'm saying. Not in my top 20. What they got on there? What Lose Yourself and fucking Wankster? That's it that I know off of there.
Right. I didn't know Wankster was on there.
Yeah, Wankster's
that's
on
how.
there.
That's how. This is what we are with it. But the lead single off of Menace to Society soundtrack, Trigger Got No Heart, made it to number 71 on the Hot R&B hip hop songs and number 9 on Hot Rap songs. The second single, Straight Up Menace, peaked at number 72 on Billboard Hot 100 and number 46 on Hot R&B. And the third final single, Unconditional Love, reached number 92 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 21 on Hot R&B. And yeah, Unconditional Love, high five.
It's about trust and honesty.
All right, we can go through track by track. The first track, Nigga Gots No Heart, Spice One. So now keep in mind, everyone, there is a difference between the two songs.
Yeah, Trigger
there's a Nigga Gots No Heart and there's a Trigger Gots No Heart. They're two different songs. With two different
Trigger Gots No Heart is on there. It's a bonus track. It's like at the end.
And it's the radio friendly version as well.
Yeah, for the video.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure when he turned that in, he was like, they're like, man, this mug snapping, man. We gonna have to, but can we change the nigga to something else?
Trigger.
What about niggas? Got no heart. But no, sir. Mr. Spice One, I didn't mean niggas. I mean, can we like figure out another synonym for nigga that we can put this on the radio because the song is slapping. Trigger.
Which makes me
What's up, y'all? This is RVS.
This is ROD, aka Rated R.
And we are the We Coming For You cast. And we talk about pro wrestling from a black dude's perspective. Tell them what they can expect on this here podcast.
Oh, we gonna give you all the raw and dirty and the everything black from AEW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, and any other wrestling in between. If you want your wrestling unfiltered, uncensored, and you want it raw, you need to subscribe to the We Come For You cast.
Right here on SOLC Network.
Because I mean, with radio edits back in the day, like you could have a whole different radio version of a song.
Yeah.
And it would make me wonder, when you were creating your explicit version, were you also thinking about how to make it a non-explicit version for radio?
Said they did all the time.
Like you had to have, because to hear Fuck With Dre Day for the first time, the explicit version, after only knowing
totally different than hearing the box version,
only knowing the video and the radio version, and to finally get to hear the Chronic raw, and you're just like, but it's also like it's almost like the radio versions were better sometimes. Like
sometimes they were.
The extra cuss words were just unnecessary. It's like, did you just cuss just because you could?
Like what song was that Snoop did when he did the auto-tune, the sensual seduction?
Yeah.
Like the explicit version was sexual eruption, but sensual seduction is just way better.
Yeah. And low-key, I like Trigger Got Your Heart better than Nigga Got Your Heart. I like the Trigger Got Your Heart version.
Like that's that. Like I said, hearing the sometimes radio versions were way better. And I think so kids, this is why we sometimes, some of us old folks, kind of talk about the music that's on the radio now. It's about accessibility. It's not about the lyrical content per se. It's the accessibility of it. And now it's like radio versions don't exist. They don't even do a good job of bleeping out the words. I remember trying to hear This Bitch, That Hoe. And on the radio. Right. This, that, let me see you. This, that, let me see you. This, that, let me see you.
Like figure it out.
Like figure it out. Like those blanks, that's where you came in with your cuss word. That's it. But now on the radio, you're going to hear this bitch, that hoe. Let me see your pussy, this bitch. You're going to hear that. And
Don't Save Her got like it's like that too. Like they change up a whole bunch of like stuff in Don't Save Her from 362. Since you mentioning the hypnotized mind.
That part. It's accessibility. It's how easily you're able to get those lyrics now versus before. But next song.
Straight Up Menace.
Straight Up Menace. If you've never seen the movie, listen to the song.
That's all you need. That's it. And if you watch the movie,
I heard the song before I watched the movie, but my dumb ass still didn't realize they told me the movie already.
If you watch the movie and maybe you had to get up to go to the bathroom or something, or somebody called you and you was playing on your phone, it's okay, because when the credits roll,
it's like the song all over again,
and you get a song.
It gives you the clip notes.
The only thing is he just don't say any names. He just don't say any names.
But the Straight Up Menace is nothing but a recap of the entire movie, beginning to end. A fucked up childhood. It's like that's it. We already there.
He did the same thing on Boys in the Hood too. Growing up in the hood.
Yeah.
MC8 is a great narrator. He likes to summarize. Like, look, okay, I know you just watched.
We're gonna start calling him Cliff Notes.
Look, hey, the movie about my life. That's who I need to do a song on the soundtrack. Just summarize it all on up at the end. When the credits are rolling, I want to hear MC8 telling somebody to wake their punk ass up.
Gia.
Not do shut.
Gia. Again, as always, MC8 is in the movie, and as far as I'm concerned, that man was not given a script.
No, he said he wasn't. I just saw the drink champ. He said that they let him ad-lib most of his stuff.
He was AWACS, man.
Yeah, anyway, like I think, like I said, I've always believed that. Like even without knowing that, I've always believed that he walked in there and was like, "What y'all want me to do?" And they was like, "This is the situation. We just gonna hit record."
Yeah, just be yourself, but this finna happen.
Right. This everybody's name. Just remember everybody's name. All right.
He said he remember other people's lines and he would just respond to a line like how he wants. So everybody else remember their lines, but he would just respond in a way. So he said he never had any lines. He just responded to their lines in the way he thought that he should respond as a dude from, Compton.
Right. That's what he on the phone. He's like, who all over there? Me, dog, whack, fade ass, Chauncey. Like all of that. Like it just was this. And just
y'all just understand it.
I definitely walk around the house saying faggot ass Chauncey. And to know me and know like that's not a word that I say or whatever, but
it's certain moments like that movie where it's just like so funny to you.
Like it just tickles me, dog, whack, faggot ass Chauncey. Like shit, that just makes me laugh. And again, that's not a word. And it is Pride Month and all of that. And again, the people who know me. I'll just say this: if there's anyone that is in the audience who feels a certain way because I just said that word, I have the gay mafia will come for you. Like it's like I am not it. Like I'm not the Like I'm not the person who says things like that, and it is trust me saying it right now. I'm not saying it's coming from a place of love. I'm repeating the line. That's it. But
a movie from over 30 years ago.
Look, listen.
Next song was "Packing a Gun" by Ant Banks.
Ant Banks.
When I think of Ant Banks, I just think of Too Short, and I don't have an opinion on Ant Banks. And just don't.
It was a cool song. It wasn't.
I just don't have an opinion on.
I mean, Top of the World is next after that. Kenya Groove.
Yeah.
Now, the way these songs are positioned, though, I do have issues with that. Maybe we should have moved this neck to neck with the high five joint. I think they should have kind of been back to back, maybe, and not spread out like this.
But when I think about the Above the Rim soundtrack, slow jams were thrown in there. So number 3 is Part-Time Lover, and 4 is Big Pimpin'.
But still got kind of the same groove though. It's like I'm you my part time, but I'm still pimping you. Like I gotta go with that flow.
And then I'm trying to think, even because like what? Yes, because 1 is Anything, 2 is Old Time's Sake, 3 is Part-Time Lover, 4 is Big Pimpin'. Why do I know that off the top of my head?
I thought you were looking at
I'm not looking at anything.
Damn.
I'm not looking at anything. This is literally me just thinking in my head about
the
the
album was in heavy rotation in your house.
Like I said, that was the first CD I ever owned. So like I think 5 is Didn't Mean to Turn You On, something like that. But either way, or somewhere there.
But Kenya Groove, the song was produced by Dwayne Wiggins of Tony, Raphael Sadiq's brother, which makes sense after you know that you're like, oh. Yeah, this do sound like
my name is Lil Wayne.
I was sitting here trying to get that line in my head so that I could say it. And I'm like, because it's like, okay, you got to get the line right because you have to execute it perfectly. And my brother came, I knew where I was going. He already knew where my mind was.
The next song, Only the Strong Survive, from Too Short. See, this is what I'm saying, though. How do we go from, and I guess it's the same thing with Above the Rim. You go from Part-Time Lover to Pimpin'. Same thing with Too Short here after the Kenya Groove joint.
Yeah.
This was an okay Too Short joint. It was fine.
MCA was the only person on the soundtrack that watched the movie.
No. Oh, no, you're right. Because the other song I'm thinking about, Pocket Full of Stones, that we talk about later on, that was remixed already.
Yeah, that was.
But that remix is so it's funny because when I saw Wikipedia calls it the Port Arthur remix, I've always heard it referred to as the Pimp C remix. But to that point, now I need to actually listen to whatever version they're talking about because there's more than one version of Pocket Full of Stones.
Yeah, because that one is kind of more like the clean version too. It ain't really not a lot of cussing on that. The one. We had more bass in it.
Let me see. And then because there's what's the other one? There's another one. There's another version that my friend Candace always talks about because we can find it, but sometimes we can't. Keep talking because I'm gonna find that version.
And then we got All Over a Hoe next by Miss Kilo. Now I had to re-listen to this one. I was like, oh, this was just one of them kind of fun joints where you just kind of like just letting people kind of chill and you want to go get something to drink or eat while this is playing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not memorable.
Yeah. That was the song they put in for the fight.
Right.
Old girl. Yeah.
Right. So it was kind of like, all right, we cool. And then next was the Lynch Mob, Gorillas Ain't Gangsters. I remember liking this song a lot. Lynch Mob would always give you 1 or 2 songs. They got Gorillas
in the Mist.
Gorillas in the Mist, and they had another joint too, and then this one.
Gorillas Ain't Gangsters. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Everything's Gorillas.
Yeah, everything was Gorillas. Next up, I really like Smooth, man. You've Been Played.
Oh, hell yeah. You've Been Played.
I forgot that was on that soundtrack. I just thought that was a regular single. I forgot that was on that soundtrack.
I forgot that it was on the soundtrack until I pulled it up. And I was like, shit. I'm like, that was my song. You know that you've been.
Smooth, yeah. I used to, I like that was her and Yo-Yo was my rapper crushes.
And you know what? I could see that, and I approve.
And now this is where it kind of and people understand like sound, like if you went back and redid this soundtrack, like some of these are like the next artists, I love them, but I don't know if they should have been on a West Coast album because it's just the feel of what you wanted for the album. But then on the flip side, I also know that Cypress Hill, Killer Man is in like 2 or 3 fucking soundtracks on East Coast movies. So, you know, it is what it is. They were a lot of trying to be unified. Like, man, we can't have the whole album be West Coast, you know. And that song is Lick Them Motherfuckers from Brand Nubian. Which was a cool song. It was cool. And then right after that is P-Rock and CL Smooth, Death Becomes You, which is a dope ass song.
But you know what? It's kind of like a segue into their next movie, going into Dead Presidents.
Oh, I see.
It's kind of like going into that, you know, because that was
I can see what you're saying. Oh, good point. I didn't
even though it took place in the 70s and
but it
Vietnam. They's like, we gonna smooth it on out.
And then next we had Unconditional Love, High Five.
Baby, this is not enough. Baby, that is.
Hey, this was people understand this song was so big. Like, was this the biggest song on the album? Y'all think?
No, I think MC8 was probably. I think MC8 probably had the biggest song. Straight Up Menace.
No, it looks like High Five was.
High Five?
Well, okay, so
Billboard wise.
Everything, so like Billboard wise, everything charted. Like all the 3 singles, so Trigger Got No Heart, Straight Up Menace, all of them charted. So Unconditional Love was number 21 on the Hot R&B things, and
man, what was number 1 at these times? What was number 1 through 5 at these times? With like SWV and Babyface.
Now, don't ask me that question because now I got to find out. So.
I'm like, if Straight Up Menace is what 76.
That's
where it peaked at.
Peaked at number 7.
You gotta remember, hold on. Y'all gotta remember, Anita Baker was still dropping songs that we've already proven.
Yeah, Anita Baker.
She was going diamond on niggas and we didn't even know.
Yeah. She was still going out. She was still
a threat out here. Look, our parents was out here buying that stuff. That Anita Baker.
They was buying that shit for them, and they was buying that shit for us. They was like, "Oh, what's that shit they want crisscross?"
Yep.
You want some Guess jeans? Guess what?
You want some Chris? What?
Guess what? I guess what? It ain't gonna happen.
Them little boys are part of Cross Colors.
Yeah,
that was my grandma was like they
part
of
the boys on the cross country team.
Yep. But Unconditional Love was a big joint, man.
Yeah. So I can't find. Wait a minute, real quick. I cannot find the hot R&B, the sales for that year, whatever. Right, Billboard has it locked unless I'm a pro member. But I can say that when I typed this in, so I tried to look up 1993. I think I put March 1993. March 93, number 1 was nothing but a G thing.
Yeah.
So if this is 93, so when did Doggy Style drop?
94. 90 later that year, I think.
Yeah, 94, like October, November 94.
Yeah, 94.
Let me see. Let me make sure.
No, Doggy Style was like
November 93.
Yeah, later
is when that came out.
It felt like it was 94 with that one because most of the singles dropped in 94.
Yeah.
But either way, what I was getting to was that if they were So the Chronic came out December of 92.
Yeah.
December of 92. This album, so Menace Society dropped May of 93. The Chronic was still out there. So.
And they ain't even dropped Let Me Ride yet.
Wait. So Menace Society soundtrack came out May 20, what did I say it was? May 26, 1993. The single for Dre Day dropped May 20th.
Oh, wow.
Shit, that was Dre Day.
So,
that was Dre Day.
So to answer the question of what else was out around that time,
Dre. It was Dre Day.
It was Dre Day. That's what was going on at that time. Yep. So the fact that it was getting anything, I mean, well,
they was like, well, at least we got the movie.
That part. That at least you had the movie at that point, and then also you had wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I'm double checking something else because no, that wasn't until August. But I was saying by August, Real Competency to G's came out. So this is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, they came out in the middle of a beef.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And look, and low key, that was a damn good fast response time from Eazy-E at that time period. Because I remember, I felt like, oh, Eazy came back already within the same year.
Yeah.
Remember this would be like back and forth years.
Hey, Eazy
he came back that same calendar year with Real Motherfucking G's, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dre Day, May 20th. Real Motherfucking G's was August. And then
the end of the summer, he ain't let 3-4 months pass.
Right, like, and then so yeah, that was August, and then Let Me Ride came out September 13th, 93.
And then Doggy Style dropped in November.
So Welcome to Death Row.
So
this was
that was basically the Drake and Kendrick span back in the 90s term of music when they had to drop like a year in advance.
Yep.
Whereas when we just had this beef condensed down in a month.
Didn't Let Me Ride overflow into the Chronic time too when that single dropped?
I'm saying,
you mean Doggy
No,
Style?
I'm talking, Let Me Ride came out around September 93.
So yeah, that came out September, and then Snoop dropped What's My Name came out November. So, like I said, so this
people are still playing that.
But, I think what took Snoop was Gin and Juice. Like when Gin and Juice dropped for Snoop.
Because What's My Name? When did What's My Name come out?
That's November 11th. November 11th.
Yo, Death Row has something on the radio.
Gin and Juice did not get released. Gin and Juice wasn't released until January next year, and Doggy Dog World was in April.
Snoop.
But at this point, everybody had Doggy Style, and you already knew Snoop from him being on the Chronic album. Yep. So it was, and the fact that we're already still playing the Chronic. And most of the songs that are on there, we know Snoop, we like him, and then he dropped. So marketing wise or just timing wise, Death Row did exactly what the fuck they were supposed to do.
Yeah, this was the dude from Deep Cover.
Yep,
a couple years ago.
Like, so everything happened. I mean, so like all of that to say, Menace Society was not going to be able to move up that chart that much.
Yeah, they couldn't do nothing
because of what else was out there. Just in rap, like I said, again, this is just one record label, or these are just two artists that we're mentioning. We're not even looking at what else possibly dropped in 93, because 93 was an amazing year. Well, let me say 91 was an amazing year for music, but 93 was a damn good year.
What record label did the soundtrack? Was it Jive?
Menace. Hey man, y'all know y'all fucked up, right? You know Wu came out then too. The first Wu album is out in 93 too.
Yeah, 93 was crazy. Outkast dropped in 94.
And Nas dropped in 94.
And then Tribe dropped in 93. Midnight Marauders. Or 92. Yeah.
92. 93 is Midnight Marauders. 93.
93, yeah.
Yeah, I just said 93.
Tupac Strictly for My Niggas. Tupac Strictly for My Niggas is 93.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was 93 was an amazing. Oh, it came out on Jive. That's what I was.
Yeah, Jive. Yeah,
it came out on Jive. So it was an amazing time.
Onyx, Back the Fuck Up is 93. 8 Ball MGG coming out hard. Lords of the Underground, Black Rain, Queen Latifah. God damn.
Nigga, yeah.
Wasn't that first Common album? No, I think that was 95.
The first Common album maybe 94, 95.
Yeah.
95. No, the first Common album, Can I Borrow $1 94.
94. Okay.
95 is the one everybody thinks about, with Reminisce.
Reminisce.
All right, so wait a minute. I'm gonna real quick. So we are in with 93.
Salt and Pepper, Very Necessary with What a Man and all that shit on there.
Yeah,
my mama went to that concert.
The Salt and Pepper?
Salt and Pepper and R. Kelly toured together.
I remember.
It was the Very Necessary 12-play tour.
Oh yes, I remember.
And what I got from I didn't go to
that tour.
So again, Brenda ain't get saved to 98. Okay, so this was before then. All right, I have to remember. I have to remind people of that. Brenda ain't get saved for them, and so thus. But what I got from that concert was a Nothing Wrong with a Little Bump and Grind shirt. I got a Bump and Grind t-shirt.
Did you wear it to school?
I wore it to the Mayday parade that year. And did. So 93 in hip hop, right? So like I said, we said May 26th was running. So right before then, MC Breed had dropped. Run DMC dropped May the 4th with Down with the King.
Yeah. That was their comeback album too.
That was their comeback album.
Yeah. Remember that From Hell album, or Return from Hell, the album before that, nobody was messing with that.
Yeah, because they style wasn't nobody messing with that style.
No,
they had to switch their style. No. We want to hear some lyrics.
Big Daddy Kane dropped something that year. The Roots dropped. Guru dropped. Fifth Ward Boy. Bone, Faces of Death.
Ooh.
Came out June 1st of that year.
No, Naughty by Nature is that year too.
Naughty by Nature had a big year, 93.
Yeah. Poison Clan.
Was well, no, they only had one single though. I was like Effects, but that was 92 though.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all in more underground rap, Master Ace came out with Slaughterhouse that year too. Cypress Hill, Black Sunday.
Dies Effects, didn't they drop?
Yep, Dies Effects is on here.
So
Black Moon, get to the stage.
Look, July 8th, tag team. Whoop, there it is. Nothing would ever be the same.
Because Whoop, there it is came out earlier that year.
Yeah,
correct. And then, like I said, Cypress Hill came out. Chris Cross, The Bomb dropped August the 3rd.
This is what, 94?
Yeah, this is 93. So 93. The Bomb came out 93, August 3rd. August 17th, 8Ball and MJG coming out hard. Scarface, The World Is Yours on the 17th. Both of them dropped the same day.
That was his solo debut, wasn't it? With Scarface?
No, Mr. Scarface is his
Mr. Scarface, okay.
Yeah.
Souls of Mischief, 93 till Infinity came out in September.
Yeah.
Spice One, 187 he wrote was September that year.
And that song's got MC8 on there with a Murder Show.
Murder Show.
Which was one of my favorite Spice One songs.
Yeah, and said October 26th is Get In Where You Fit In. And like I said, so that album, I don't know how I ended up with that.
I keep thinking, I don't know why I thought they came out after Cocktails.
Nope.
So Cocktails came out after
so Get In Where You Fit In is Too Short's 8th album. And I know that because the beginning of the album, the first track is him, he raps about all, he says all the songs. So he's like, what do you say? Oakland Funk is all this track. Like, so it's like, yeah, ready for 8. That's right, bitch. Short said 8 of them. Don't believe me, start counting while I name them. Don't stop rapping, girl. That's your life. Talking about smoking that glass pipe. Players was the weakest, and that's the realest, but I still came hard on Coke dealers. Raw, uncut, and X-rated. Born a Mac. Life is too short is when I first went platinum. Short Dogs in the House came next, and Shorty the Pimp next 7. Bitch. And it don't stop till then you get in where you fit in. That's right. No, album number 8, 5 nationwide, 2 gold, 2 platinum. And that's when I learned like nationwide. What does that mean? And when they be like national recording artists, I feel like nationwide means you just distributed.
BT, give Too Short a Lifetime Achievement Award, please.
That's right. Yeah, like Wu-Tang came out that year. 40 came out. Shit, Too Short had a greatest hits album come out. Was he trying to get out of a contract, nigga? Because like, why would you?
But the retirement album.
He had a 10-album contract.
The retirement. He was the first rapper to retire.
Yeah, he had 10 albums. Album number 10.
The greatest hits album, 83 through 88. Like I said, it was an amazing year for music. Domino came out. Lethal Injection came out later that year. Diary of a Madman.
But
Drew Down.
This what, 94?
This is all still. I'm 93. I'm literally
93.
looking 93 in hip hop music.
Didn't no, that was 94. I was like, didn't Luke drop something? But that was 94. It's your birthday.
No, wait. No, there is something that Luke dropped. Luke in the Nude.
Yeah, that's the one with the birthday song on it.
That's got work it out now. Work it out now.
And that's the one with 1 and 1. We're having some fun.
That's working out all day and
like,
all of that. That's working out. That is work it out. But and then his diss track, Dre's Mama Needs a Haircut, is on there.
Didn't they drop a video for one of them?
Cowards in Compton.
Cowards in Compton is the next
girl like,
track.
you shouldn't have dissed Luke on your video.
I'm like, that is
That's
the
JT
next
Money
track.
in them dissing. That's JT Money in them dissing Dre.
Yep, it is. Yep, it's on the next track after, after Dre Mama Needs a Haircut, the next track is Cowards in Compton.
Damn.
Everybody was. Dre set his stuff up to everybody. He was the first 20 V1.
You in 94, because I was like, you in 93. Didn't Hammer drop whatever Pumps in the Bump? What did that album drop? What he had Pumps?
Yeah, that's the Funky Headhunter. Come on,
that was
man.
93, wasn't it?
Now the Funky Headhunter is 94, I think.
That was 94. Okay.
I think that is right. I think you're right. But
The Funky Headhunter. I had that album.
I remember Hammer had the Pumps in the Bump.
It's 94. Yep, March 94.
94.
I remember when I got it.
there was a lot of shit. Like I said, a lot of things was happening. So I think that's why they weren't gonna. 93 was an amazing year for music. And I said, then 94 I know was even better. And like I said,
we have this shit like what year was the best? Because a lot of people say 88. Some people say 92. A lot of people say 96.
Some people say 94 too. 94
Some people say 98 too.
Honestly, wait a minute. So 91 was really good.
90, yeah. It's like really the whole the 90s.
Yeah,
88 to 98.
Yeah, everything. Real shit. I mean, there was. I mean, I can talk about 95 all year. Like talk about the summer of 95. Like it's nothing. But
maybe 97 is the worst year of that 10-year span. Maybe 97 because Biggie died.
Pocket died. Still some good albums in 97 though. Biggie? You
got Biggie in 97.
So
was it Volume 1?
Yeah.
Volume 1.
97 would have been.
Mace dropped in 97 too.
But then
Missy.
Yes. I'm about to go to 97 because Camp Low comes out January. So wait a minute. First thing, January 14th, first thing that comes out, Rhyme and Reason soundtrack.
Ooh.
Can't help it to be bogus, man.
Right, that's got my Nothing But the Cabbie hit on there. So January 28th, Camp Low comes out, Uptown Saturday Night.
Pick a trick.
Please know that Nothing But the Cabbie hit is I love that fucking song. I'll play it all day on repeat. It is my shit. It'll make you rich. What's that? So Loonies comes out, bootlegs and B-sides.
Oh, damn, because that's what started the beef with them and Too Short on there too on Play.
Tila dropped 97.
Wait, so no, Tila dropped 96.
96, okay.
So I had a boyfriend, Carlos lit up in Rolling Hills and Jennings played that song. Baby, listen. True Master Key, so True came out that year. So True the Game came out. Ghetto Mafia, Straight from the Deck, nigga.
Woo.
Straight from the
I like the remix better though. I like the remix better.
Slangin'. People don't talk about it. Let's see. Life After Death came out March 25th. Scarface also had dropped earlier in that month. The Untouchable. Ill Out Scratch, Keep It Moving. If you don't wait, don't waste the time. Juvenile, Soldier Rags came out that year. KRS-One dropped. Wu-Tang Forever came out.
Yeah, Wu-Tang had a big
Lil Keek, Don't Mess with Texas. That dropped.
Is Southside on there?
Let's double check. Yep.
This was the start of the South takeover.
This is when the takeover is coming. Now,
this is when they was coming through.
So now look, I've already told y'all that the South is slowly coming up, and honestly, if you go through this list, it's more South shit than anything else.
Yeah. Honestly, when you said TRU, I already knew what was happening after that.
Right, I said I already mentioned Ghetto Mafia and came out. Scarface. Even Scarface is Houston, but still though, right? So we already got Ghetto Mafia. That's Atlanta or Decatur, because Atlanta's not a real place.
Yep.
And, but then, so I said we got so Juvie drops. True drops, and then so where did it go? Mia X drops in June. Unladylike comes out. Ghetto Twins comes out in July. And then Missy fucking drops July 15th. Super duper fly. Diddy dropped in July. Art of War comes out. Which is crazy. So it's like, for Bone, Bone has an amazing year that year, because that earlier in the year when Life After Death drops, then you have Thugs. And then by July, Art of War comes out. Well, I mean, yeah. So literally March and then July. So you got.
Then they had the Pac joint on Art of War.
Yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The Pac joint on Art of War. So I'm like, they're having an amazing year. Back to No Limit, August, Mr. Servon. There he is. Comes on out. So like I said, No Limit, and then September.
Ghetto D drop next.
Exactly. September. Next is Ghetto D. And then
No Limit Tuesdays is forever after that for the next 2 years. It's just No Limit.
Yep, that's it. And then nothing was the same.
Common when they all make
sense. And then creeping on the come up is October 21st, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Get Crunk, Who You With, the album.
The Crunk era.
Creeping on the come up.
Didn't Mace drop in 97?
Yep. The Harlem World album.
Yeah, so I was just saying Harlem World came out. So wait a minute, Hot Boys comes out. Get It How You Live. Loonies has an album. Mace drops Harlem World. Spice One drops another album. Jay-Z drops In My Lifetime. Volume 1. Volume 1 comes out. 3-6, Chapter 2, World Domination.
And what's interesting is the sleeper person on that list, because I'm looking at the same one you are now, is that Mike Geronimo album was supposed to be the shit, though. People really thought Mike Geronimo was going to be big. With that second album.
Yeah, and all the big ass ads in the source.
Yep. And he had Diddy producing a lot of shit on there. Yeah. The whole demo, it was supposed to, because he was trying to like cross over a lot.
Didn't he just pop out at like somebody's verses? Was it like the Ja Rule, Fat Joe?
Well, he's cool with Ja Rule and Irvin, so he probably was.
Yeah, he popped out at somebody's verses.
Shit, like it's like I sit there like, okay, wait a minute. So Mystical Unpredictable drops that year in November. And then Timbaland Magoo, Welcome to Our World, Fifth Ward Boys, DFC.
And that's just hip hop.
Right. And then when Big Willie Style came out, Tupac is still down, because at this point Tupac is now releasing albums and he's been gone for 2 years.
But that was kind of like the greatest hits album, wasn't it?
No, that was all brand new songs on there.
Yeah, and then
that was the album.
And then you end the year with Eminem dropping in December with Slim Shady, and then my homegirl Queen Pen, because the party ain't a party till it's ran all through, and that's it. And then like that's ending the year, like that's 97, and then the hip hop singles which charted that year.
But Bunny, if we compare those to other years, though,
that was the Jiggy era for New York.
That 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we compare them to other years, are they better? Is it a better year if we talking about 88 to 98?
It's not a better year, but 97 was like 97 had to happen. It was a transition that had to happen.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you've just lost Pac at the end of 96, beginning of 90. Beginning of 97, you lose Big. Mm-hmm. So the change was going. And what's interesting is, would that shift have happened to the South if neither one of them had passed away? Right, the South was coming anyway. But would the shift
I think more of the question is, would Jay-Z be as big if those two were alive more than the South? I think the South is going to come regardless.
Yeah, like I said,
the better question is Jay-Z. Would Jay-Z be as big?
The South was on the way.
Yeah, the South was going to come.
Yeah, the South was coming. Like that was not never going to happen. Like that, they were on
any timeline we talk about. The South is still doing its thing, regardless.
Yeah, the South, right? The South is still, like I said, I don't even want to say creeping on the come up, but like they are
knocking at the door. They
knocking up, like they didn't pack up the car.
Yeah, they on the porch. They on the porch.
We packed up the car. We done stopped to get gas. We done got some snacks. We on the way, right? Mm-hmm. So y'all can keep doing what you're doing, but the South was coming. Period. But it's just, I do wonder, like I said, because True dropped in February, right? They ain't so that's, and Biggie died March 8th? Or is that his birthday?
March 9th. March 9th.
Right? So, and then Life After Death dropped, 2 weeks later?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's, like I said, so again, we already had some South stuff that was already out there. Like that, like, again, no one knew that something was going to happen to Biggie. So all these was probably coming, but there's that level of, like I said, the South has a lot of shit on that year. So there was niggas was creeping on the come up. Look, nigga, Capone Noriega dropped.
Is that the War Report? The War
Report was the shit.
Southside being on there, it's like, okay, wait a minute now. Hold that.
That War Report was the shit. That Capone Noriega War Report was the shit.
Yeah.
We have to
97 is probably like the weakest year out of. It's still
97 might be the weakest. I mean, as we wrap up, let's flip to 98 real quick. I'm just interested in that. Fuck it.
All right. Well, I'm not. Let me say this. Okay. So I'm already not that impressed. So 98, January 13th, The Locks, Money, Power, and Respect.
Okay.
Young Bleed comes out January 20th. So again, this is No Limit again. Now, how many No Limit out? Like I'm just naming them. Like
they coming every week.
So Young Bleed is January 20th. Please understand, February 17th, less than a month later, Charged to the Game by
Silk Shaka.
Platinum. It went platinum.
Right. February 17th. Hold on. Wait a minute. March 17th. Guess who came out? C Murder, his brother, Life After Death.
Man,
I think that was platinum too.
Yeah.
Damn, they was coming out back to back.
I'm in it. My veins up No Limit. So
and then I got the Hookup soundtrack was kind of like around that time.
I'm double checking something. I thought I was gonna see something.
I'm looking at now. Do or Die, Heads or Tails came out this year.
Do or Die.
Daz dropped something. Gangstar.
Oh shit, Stacey, you forgot. Did you mention Twister dropping in 97? Adrenaline Rush.
Wait a minute.
Adrenaline Rush is 96 or 95.
That was 96. I
thought like Twister. Like I didn't see Twister on here. I definitely
that's 96. Yeah, Adrenaline Rush is 96. No, that's 96.
Yeah. So.
Goody Mob Still Standing is 98.
Yeah, that's 98. Yeah. With They Don't Dance No More. Black
that album. So remember I said I found that CD thing. So that album is in my it's in the car right now. But right now the show soundtrack is still in the CD player. But
Big Pun, Capital Punishment.
That dropped. Let's see, what did I just see? Fiend, there's one in every family. So wait a minute. Yeah, we talking about
the South.
Where was my last? Man, where was my last? Okay,
hey, this 98 might be 98's worse than 97, yo.
So the late 90s.
Yeah, so then wait a minute. So March, okay, so again, every month they drop something. March was C Murder, March 17th. I Got the Hookup came out April the 7th. So again, a couple of weeks later. So they are,
and then that's just hip hop, because I think Sons of Funk dropped around that same time. Mercedes dropped around that too.
Actually, this is and what's crazy, this is around the time I stopped messing with No Limit was 98. I was like, y'all niggas is trying to run a Ponzi scheme on my ass. Yeah. I'm not buying no album every month. I'm not doing that.
I think I stopped maybe like about that summer.
Yes, that 98, man. Y'all ain't gonna get me.
And see, and here's the problem. See, the thing is, I was working at the Galleria at this point. I'm down in the food
you
court.
Right in the crack. You a crackhead in the crack house.
So exactly. So I'm in the Galleria. I'm working in the food court. I'm trading sandwiches for CDs. I had No Limits post
right. Let me get that Mia X. I got these sandwiches.
Because when you first because people in St. Louis, when you first walked into the Galleria over there by where the Cheesecake Factory is, the cheesecake that wasn't there. When you first came in, to your right was Camelot Music.
Yep.
And then you went downstairs to the food court, which was actually a real food court. It was actually food down there. And I worked 2 different places down there. I worked at 3. So I worked at Steak Escape when that was open. I worked at Fazoli's, and eventually I started working at the Gap. But when I was at Fazoli's or at Steak Escape, you need a sandwich because it was an Arby's down there too. I'd be trading stuff with them. We'd trade food, and the Camelot girls upstairs, they would get free sandwiches from Fazoli's.
But then they had a Music Land or a Sam Goody up in there too on one of the back corners, right?
That was
FYE.
Sam Goody was on the 2nd floor.
Yeah, but it was back in the back corner.
Back in the back. So where Restoration Hardware was, like over that way. I think it's where they ended up putting like Champs or something. But like I said, yeah, Fiend dropped in May. Soulja Slim dropped, but Fiend dropped May 5th. Soulja Slim dropped May 19th.
Oh, damn. Yeah, none of
they're trying to run a Ponzi scheme. I did cop that AZ Pieces of a Man note on that day. I did get that.
Let's say
I'm about it was 97.
The 8-Ball Long, y'all, the triple 8-Ball album.
Every month, because the last Dawn dropped June 2nd.
And that's when I thought, and that's when I got ridiculous. That's what I was like, master. I think the last Dawn was my last hurrah. Like my last thing was the last Dawn. I was like, I'm not doing you no more.
Nah, but I think I was still in. Now I don't think that I bought. I'm sure that I did not buy Cain and Abel's.
I didn't buy Cain and Abel.
No, I didn't buy Cain.
I'm sure. No, like Am I My Brother's Keeper? I did not purchase that.
I can tell you the last No Limit CD I bought was Ghetto Fabulous, that Mystical.
What year is that? Because that sounds
like
98. I bought. Yeah, so that might be the last album I bought for No Limit as well.
That was 90. That was like November 98 or October 98.
Shell Shock. No, I know I'm not lying because Shell Shock dropped July. I absolutely hit Shell Shock.
Hey, it's December. It's December 15th. Shell Shock is Mac.
Yep. Oh yeah, and then Big Ed.
On the Run.
So Mystical came out. That Mystical album, that Ghetto Fabulous, came out December 15th.
Yeah, that was the last one I bought. Was Ghetto Fabulous.
Yeah, I was weaning myself off before that though. I was weaning myself off.
I would like to give an honorable mention to Sporty Thieves and their song "No Pigeons."
No Pigeons.
Not just that, Cheapskate. That was my other joint too.
They dropped around August.
I fucked with Sporty Thieves.
Let's see, Magic. Magic. He dropped in September.
Oh, you know what? I might be wrong. That back half of that year is a lot better if I'm looking at it. That back half of that, the beginning of the year didn't start well for 98, but that back half.
Because I like
Ghetto Twins came back out.
Lauryn Hill, Miseducation.
Yeah, let me say let me say
72.
The Miseducation came out, and then I was in a chokehold for probably like the rest of the year with that. So there were things I definitely listened to some stuff, but I was very busy.
You got the best Fat Joe album to me, which is Don Carter Gina came out right after that.
1472. came out in 98.
Oh, 1472 did come out that year.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Hard Not Life Volume 2.
Yeah, so
Outkast in September.
But DMX,
Outkast,
the darkest, well, both DMX
Tribe
out.
Called Quest, Love Movement came out.
Yep.
Aquemini.
Let's see, that was
Mac 10 and Recipe. That was actually a decent
400
album.
Degrees. So by November the 3rd,
oh yeah,
no, November the 3rd, 400 Degrees and Me and Ex Mama Drama both dropped, and I only bought one of those albums.
I know it wasn't 400 Degrees,
and it was not 400 Degrees. It wasn't, and the reason for that is I didn't like Ha.
Yeah.
I didn't like Ha. Like Ha didn't.
He wasn't rapping. He was talking.
Like, I'm like, what is this? Like, I just remember like watching the video and I'm like,
that's the South coming.
Is this what the hell we doing now? Like, what is this? I don't want this. But and I also remember at that time saying Juvenile. You know, it's a dude named Juvenile who was on DJ Jimmy album. Yeah, so I know the song, I know Bounce to the Juvenile, but there's no way to confirm this. Like, it's 97. The internet exists, but you ain't got the internet. Like,
everybody ain't got computers.
Everybody got no computer. You don't know how to. We know at this point we know how to find lyrics to songs because there's one site that's got it. But other than that, like that's it. Like, so I couldn't. There was literally no way for me to say, like, confirm this, right? And at this point, I don't have the DJ Jimmy tape anymore. And even if I did have it, it's not going to show Juvenile. It's going to show his name, show that name. But and then if you listen to the song, he doesn't sound the same. So I can't prove shit. I'm like, God damn it. And then I just always just me saying, I think that's him. I think it's the same dude. Because how many niggas named Juvenile?
From New Orleans.
Just from New Orleans or from the Calio projects. Like, it was a whole bunch of niggas out. I feel like it wasn't a whole bunch of niggas named Juvenile in the Calio project at the same time because there can only be one. So nobody, like, I couldn't prove it.
We sleeping a little bit, y'all. That Beastie Boys one of their last albums dropped that year too.
Is that Sabotage? What year is that?
That Hello Nasty. No, that Hello Nasty.
Hello Nasty.
Okay.
With the Intergalactic on there and body moving. They could have come back to black people then at that point. I felt like always then. But now looking back, I realized Beastie Boys just trying to expand themselves. I had this conversation before of like the Beastie Boys. I thought they were trying to be white again with that Sabotage shit. I hated that shit in high school. Like the white boys in my school were fucking into that Beastie Boys Sabotage shit. They came for Halloween and shit dressed like that music video. Like, it'd be like 40 or 50 of these cats dressed up like the Beastie Boys with them.
And I would have fucked with it so hard. I would have fucked with it so hard because I love that Sabotage video.
You'd have 70 dudes at your school walking around with looking like it though.
Understood. I mean, understood.
So I didn't like it because of that. But then they got me back on that album there. Man, we're gonna have to do a whole thing of maybe we need to do a year breakdown all the time, man. Because I'm looking at
that. We can absolutely do that. So with the Beastie Boys, like I said, I don't feel like they were trying to be white again. They were always white.
Right? No. It's just
I know what you mean.
Just going back to the hip hop stuff.
Right. Yeah. I think it was. I mean, like I said, especially after watching their documentary is so fucking good. And I tell everyone, even if you aren't a fan of the Beastie Boys, their documentary is so well done, and I would essentially it's how I would want mine to be done, right? I'm telling my story, but I have the videos and the pictures and all these things, and I'm able to tell this story with my whoever it is I'm telling it. Like, basically, you got me and Samantha up there with a PowerPoint presentation behind going through the story of life, and this is what happened, and this is what happened, and blah, blah, blah. And it's interactive. And again, as they're telling the story, you're just like, dang. And again, when they talk about even being with Def Jam, they don't even really badmouth Def Jam, even though Def Jam did them dirty.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really even but it's the reality of these were some kids who were into punk rock, who liked rap, who kind of figured it out, but they never tried to be rappers. They never tried to talk about anything that wasn't something that they knew. They weren't trying to be hard. They were having the time of their fucking lives.
Just rapped about drinking beer and partying.
Because that's what they were doing. And then eventually they kind of even changed that up. But like they just were having fun. And I'm all for that. Like just in being able to create your art, not hurt anybody, nothing that's harmful or bad or anything like that, and just have some fucking fun. Do it. Like, hey, please do it. I'm all for it. Period.
Well, man, that is another episode of All It's a Nice Me. Like, we gave you a whole bunch of shit on this episode.
And we didn't even, and make it so bad, we didn't even do all the shit that we was gonna do.
No.
Like, there's still other stuff that we didn't talk about. So y'all this is what happens.
Yeah.
We need to get a wrap it up button. We need a moderator. We need somebody to pay attention to time.
Yeah, a real producer that's not involved at all actually talking. All right, what can everybody hit you up, Stacey?
You can reach me at Stacey Adams, and I am going to request something. I don't ask y'all for nothing. I don't ask y'all to vote for things or do anything. But my nephew, I have to bring it up. Like my nephew, his name is Aiden, and he just graduated from McClure North. That's why I was in St. Louis a couple of weeks ago. And he is in one of those contests for a scholarship from Sarah Honda of O'Fallon, Missouri, where you have to go and like the picture on the page. I had my baby at number 1. Okay. Unfortunately, we got somebody that's on there from U City. And
you know how they roll.
Please know.
You know how they roll, yeah.
So please understand, right? So, like,
that is all you need to say, Stacey.
I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and my sister is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho. I posted in pretty much every Delta group that I could yesterday. I have posted everywhere. I have reels created, and I have links and bit.ly shortened links to take you directly to where you need to go. So if you go to Stacey Adams right now on the Instagram, and if you go to my bio, you're going to see something as a bit.ly/vote for Aiden Ray. Click it and it'll take you directly to Facebook, and all you have to do is like the pic. We cannot let University City win. This is where we are right now. This is not about the kids anymore. It's not about the kids. It is no longer about the kids. First off, so the contest just started at the end, like the late June 1st, right? I got it posted then. Like I said, yesterday, like this morning, I had him up to 1,000 people. All right. But this other person, our competition, we also got some other schools in there. With Cardinal Ritter is in there, who has a very strong alumni base. Mm-hmm. But even still with that, even with that cute little girl, my baby was winning. But this little boy who go to U City, who apparently is graduating 2 years early and some other stuff. I'm all right. I don't care.
Now, you know you messed up if Nelly come up like, hey, man, vote for this little kid over at U City is over, and this will shut it down.
That's my nephew.
I don't care that he's graduating 2 years early. All right. That means you have extra time to get some more money. That's what it sounds like to me. All right. So vote.
Actually, you should have had enough money already. You graduate 2 years early. Everybody should be on you.
Yeah.
You being greedy now, pimp.
Yeah, what you need? What you in this contest for?
What you in this contest for? Let me find out you're trying to use this scholarship money to pay off your mama credit card bill for prom. Let me find out. But
that's true.
But however, let me say this: the scholarship money will go directly to the school. So that accusation is baseless. Like it won't happen. Like it's an absolute, like it's totally baseless accusation about anything. But yeah, the money and Sarah Honda has said that the money's going directly to the school. So it's not going to anybody's hands. But that's what I need you guys to do. I need everybody who is watching right now. If you can hear my voice, go to Stacey Adams, Stacey with the E, Adams with the Z on Instagram. Click the link in my bio to vote for my nephew, Aiden Ray. We have until June 30th. And that's the worst part of it, is that it's a whole month.
Oh man, we got we got all month.
Right, I've gone so hard already, and I'm like, bruh, am I gonna have to like make a Facebook ad for this? It's a whole thing. So, I can't give up. And if you knew his story,
came too far.
Like I said, like again, like if people knew his story, you would know why you should vote. But just vote because I asked you to, without me having to tell everybody's business. But just know, everybody says, "Oh, my nephew's a good kid." No, he really is. Like he really, really is. And I wouldn't ask if I was not like. I mean, look, I got some other nieces and nephews, and I ain't never asked y'all to do nothing for.
This her baby boy.
This was my baby boy. Like I said, I got one of them. I already got one of them graduated, from college last year. This is my last one. It's my last baby boy. So I got to get him taken care of. So vote for Aiden Ray. That's all I want. That's all I ask. That's it. What's up?
All right, Scott, where can people hit you up, my man?
Man, hit me up everywhere. Cool as Scott, and mainly in the group because I'm posting at all times of the day and night.
You definitely are. Make sure y'all come to the group. I don't listen to 90s music. Jump in there, get in there. Even if you don't have no Facebook, you might want to get a Facebook just to get into the group because it's worth it in itself.
The fun community.
Yeah, like somebody messaged me like 5-6 days ago, and they were like, "Dude, I really only get on Facebook to see what's going on in y'all group. Like everything else is like super toxic or super messed up." He's like, "But y'all have so many posts that I can just log in just to see what is going on in the group and not worry about anything else that's going on Facebook." And I was like, "Damn, man,
on my personal page no more. I just put it all in the group."
Me too. I don't even post my personal page for real either. Unless I like it's just something.
Yeah, unless I'm posting family pictures or
Yeah.
something.
I have tried before to try to go be like, oh, like I know Scott posted something earlier today. Let me go get it. And I'll go into the group and I click his name and I just like the scrolling that has to happen to figure out like, and he could have been something he posted 3 hours ago. But unfortunately, in this last 3 hours, he has posted 87 posts.
And gotta keep them entertained. Gotta keep it.
I mean, again, I will always say that it is a content curation is a gift, and like being able to post things that people will react to. Because again, he's reposting other things, but is will they like it or not? And some things get attention, some things don't. But it's you have to just keep the engagement going. So keep creating dope ass shit until somebody notices.
Yeah. Because it's popping.
We will see y'all soon, y'all. Peace.